Okay. That's the best I can do for a nuclear intro that I threw together while sitting here talking to everybody getting this together. Molly is busted. It's done. Latisha, Molly, WYNETT, Marvon Sr., it's over. We got you. You messed up. You done fucked up. And in order to express to you just how ridiculously dumb this mistake was, there was a stream Molly did, Navy, where she was reacting to DRE. You heard about this? Have anyone told you? Have you heard about it? Oh.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, how was she watching DRE? On her phone. She had her phone, right?
She had her phone for, yeah, she was showing her phone during the video. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was like sitting like me, but for some dumb reason, for some ridiculously stupid reason, if you wanted to hide your plot, you wouldn't have put your phone here in the corner so close to the camera. But Molly made a very monumental mistake, Navy. She forgot to turn on the Do Not Disturb.
That's true. That's true.
It is 2/15/2023, broadcasting from the East Coast of the United States of America. I'm your host, UNIRock. Thanks for watching. Let's go. Let's tell you what happened. Thank you, Jess. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much better. You know, I still got to take it a little slow here and there, but it takes it out of me. You know what I'm saying? But I am feeling better. Now, if you ask my mods, they'll tell you that I'm crabbier than Mr. Krabs at the Krabby Patty, but or what is it called? What's the restaurant called? Something like Krabby Patty, right? Oh, Krabby Patty. I don't know. Maybe the restaurant's called something different. Anyway, feeling better. Feeling better. I'm having a hard time tracking, but I'm getting there. So, let's go. Let's go nuclear. Every once in a while you're covering a story, especially a fraud raiser, or a conspiracy, or a mystery, there's a thing that we like to call a MOAB, a mother of all beans. It's a way to make fun of a group of people that used that word in their conspiracy long ago, and we stole that word, but because the first big MOAB that we ever dropped was for some... Hey, Julie! No, you'll... Cheery for a crab? I am a little cheery for a crab, but I'm still a crab. The first MOAB we dropped was targeted at a YouTuber called Tracy Beans. So we called it the mother of all beans, the MOAB, this big nuclear explosion of beans into the air. It was just a joke play off of her last name. With Molly, I don't know what we're going to call it, but she's getting nuclear warheads launched at her channel as we speak. In fact, I think they're already starting to land. The nuclear siren went off. That means they landed. And her channel, her community, her reputation, and her interaction with Latisha and WYNETT. See, the reason it's a nuclear bomb that gets dropped on Molly or any YouTuber that has this happen is because nuclear explosions, they kind of do this thing where it's like badoof, but then outward, if you see my thumbnail, it pushes outward like this. And it goes on for miles and miles and miles, destroying everything in its wake. You can look at these videos of nuclear tests from the 60s and see exactly what I mean. Or 50s, I mean. Anyway, the point is, Molly's community is now completely nuked because the information spreads through all of the communities. The thing that busts her is the nuke, and it's the nuclear fire. And as more and more people start talking about it and learn about it, as it spreads out, regardless if you are a person that is, whatever, watches my show or anyone else, no matter how you feel about the story, after the MOAB hits you, after you've been hit by the nuclear fire, you will not be able to believe or trust or listen to Molly Golightly, Latisha, Marvon Sr., WYNETT, LB, or Justin ever again. knowing that we now know the real reason that all of this happened. And what's funny, Navy, is that me and you have held this opinion this whole time.
Yes, sir.
We've held the opinion that as we learned more and more and more over our months of investigation in the beginning, because of course we moved on after, hey, no, thank you, Freedom, right back at you. Without you guys, we have nothing. We can't do anything. You guys are the eyes and ears of the entire community. You're the ones that see everything. If without you, we'd miss everything. We wouldn't have the details, the data, the story put together, which we have. So when the information that we're about to show you comes out and it proves that Molly, Latisha, and WYNETT and Marvon Sr. have been lying this entire time, also, ironically, there is other information starting to come out. See, DRE has done several streams, and I think DRE needs to keep going. I hope she keeps going, she keeps talking, she keeps streaming, because as people take DRE telling the truth about the timeline of what happened, and we go back and look and see what we were told by the other side, there's already been massive pieces of information that have come out that completely devastate their entire narrative. So now it's time. I haven't even seen it yet, Navy. You read it to me, but I haven't seen it. Now we need to pull this up and we need to give it to the people. Are you ready, bro?
Let's do this.
Where do we start? Okay, none of you told me that it was okay if we do everything, or that we should only do the other, that we should leave like that one thing out. You tell me.
That I think we agreed to leave that one thing out and just go after the one thing, and then she told you the other thing.
Oh, yeah. I got it written down. Everything none you said, I typed, so we good. Oh, so let's start here. Hell, let's start right here. We'll start here, and then we'll move on to the text messages that popped up on Molly's screen during her live stream. The text messages. Hey, Molly, do you want to go back and watch your stream? You can download it before you delete it. So that way you can delete it really fast. And then you can then read all those text messages that popped up on your screen. You know, you can go like 2 times speed, right? Just watch the text messages come in. Just watch them pop on up. Read what they say. Okay? Because, oh my God, is it some cringy, crazy shit. There's some funny stuff. There's some disgusting stuff. There's some even more disgusting stuff. And there's some cringy stuff. But I'm telling you, there's a couple pieces of information. It's done. It's over. Julie Virgo says, many Molly narrative pushers owe DRE an apology. Great job, lads. Hey, make sure you subscribe to Julie Virgo's channel, because Julie was talking about all this, and Julie does a great job, and she's super funny, and Mammy's there, and we love Mammy. We love Mammy Virgo and Julie, but make sure you subscribe to Julie Virgo, okay? Here we go. Let me make sure Navy can see this. And Navy, I'm not sure if like you can help me, but I want to make sure we get the rest of this stuff pulled up too. I think I recall telling Cherie to put it in the LB room, so I'll just go and grab the LB room. But damn it, where is this? What the? Oh, Photoshop still open. Now that is a thumbnail, y'all. That is a thumbnail, y'all. I'm a thumbnail master. Everybody who wants to compete with me needs to get on their thumbnail game, or it ain't happening. Dude, I have no clue where this is. It's not showing it. Hold on. Damn,
you looking for the video?
Image PNG? No, I'm trying to share my screen with you. Hold on, let me do this. Yeah, I'm not even going to pull the video. Here we go. DRE McCRAY, second live stream, bam. Let me know if you can see this.
Sure can.
Excellent. All right, because Navy has to follow along. So there's been some stuff that's come out. Let's start here. So here, you want to know the shocking thing about this? It was July 5th. This was, wait, let's go to the first one. Let's make sure. Okay, this is July 4th. Pretty shocking. July 4th. July 4th. That's before she was linked up with Molly Golightly. Isn't it? Oh, it is. She says, hello, I really need you all to help support. I need anyone in or near Tucson to contact me. And shared, and it doesn't matter now, of course, because Marvon's not there. So I don't mind just to show you that, because this is a public address. She doxed Marvon's location to a group of people that are haters of his wife. And act as if they hate him by the way they act, but that's up to you. Not all of them. Because again, this is the beginning. And so a lot of people were there because they did believe the stuff they were being told, but they've a lot changed their mind and left by now. So just keep this in your mind that this proves that, oh, well, Dre elaborated on this, Navy. And Dre said that she let Latisha on this date while she was in Tucson see Marvon.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wasn't she sitting on Molly's panel begging for money because she needed to go see Marvon?
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
So you're telling me she went to Tucson. She had a bunch of money. People gave her a bunch of money. So she could have stayed in Tucson, but instead went home and wanted to beg for a bunch of money to go back to Tucson. It doesn't make sense, does it, Navy?
It really doesn't. No, Bubba, not at all.
It's like once she went back to her home and started to beg for money on Molly's panel shortly after this, they were just making an excuse for her to get a bunch of money.
Yeah.
They were just making an excuse. Like, they were just lying because they were sitting there saying that Dre had a protective order. She didn't have a protective order. There was no protective order. Nothing. Nope. They were saying that Dre was preventing them from seeing Marvon. Not only did Dre not do that, this is evidence of it. This is evidence. That whole narrative from Molly and Latisha was a complete and total lie. She had let Latisha see Marvon, okay? She admits it. Latisha admits it. So what I'm telling you is, when Latisha started asking for money, she was lying. She was lying to you to make an excuse to get your money. Okay, this is new, by the way. Now we have this in the Justice for Vaughn group from Latisha Bias the next day on July 5th. I know a lot of you doubt my intentions when it comes to my son. Really? Why would they doubt your intentions? So you already knew that people doubted your intentions when you went on Molly's show, but you neglected purposely to withhold a lot of information from people for a singular reason: to get them to send money. Because if you told them, you knew they wouldn't send the money. But nothing can stop me from continuing to find justice for my him. Well, number one, she's a horrible speaker. That's the first part. The second part is, this proves something, doesn't it, Navy?
Yes,
Latisha.
it does.
Latisha, in the very beginning, before she met Molly, Latisha was the one going around telling people that Dre had done something to Marvon. Latisha. She's the source. She's the one. She created the hate against Dre. You could say that if we had evidence that she was talking to a YouTuber that likes to lie to people about their relationship with her, that she could have been employing a YouTuber to help push a narrative so that people would believe she needed to get justice for Marvon. Are you following me, people? Is it the truth? How did she know? She didn't. Police told her they cleared Dre. Police told her that he did it to himself. We know that when she visited him in Tucson. So why did she go around pushing a narrative, spreading a lie, spreading edited videos, saying that Dre did it and Dre was abusing the kids? Latisha. It was Latisha. Let's keep going. This is going to piss a lot of you off. Okay? The like button equates to you being pissed. The dislike button equates to you thinking that all of this is okay. Just saying. It works. Because if you agree with me, this is messed up. this is a scam. This is bad. Just like if you agree, this is okay to do to people. It's okay to do this stuff. This is moral. It's ethical. It's fine. So here's the next part that's going to anger a lot of you that gave money to Molly and Latisha. I want to continue to find justice for him. I have been in Tucson for a few days. Now, Navy, correct me if I'm wrong, but a few is more than 2 at least, right?
At least 2, yeah.
I mean, typically someone would say a couple days if
Correct.
It's 2.
Yep.
Typically, if it was 3 or 4, they might say some, who knows, couple even then, but a few. I would think maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, whatever. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But it definitely shows that she was in Tucson for a significant period of time. Significant. Where'd she stay? Wonder where she stayed. Huh. Wonder where she stayed. I agree, Chatty Cathy. 2 is a couple and 3 is a few. 3 or more is a few, right? We could say 3 or more is a few. I know that when I say a few, it's 3 or more. A few days. A few. Right? But she told all of you that she couldn't see her son. Remember everything she said on Molly's panel to piss everybody off in the beginning? Dre was preventing the family from seeing It was a lie. Again, Latisha's own mouth proves that Dre never stopped them from seeing Marvon. She only moved Marvon after they attacked her publicly and raised money using his suicide when it was not appropriate to do it. It was illegal. It was wrong. She was right to move Marvon. These are predatory people. These are people that are after money, using their own son's susu to do it. I've never would I have told you years ago when I started on this platform that these are the kind of stories that we would end up covering, where we start off for a month hoping and praying that everything works out. We hope that they're telling the truth. We hope that no one's scamming. We hope that no one's lying. A lot of you sent money in the beginning to Latisha and Molly because she couldn't see her son. When she could the whole time. It was a choice. She chose not to see him and took your money lying to your face. And Molly knew it the whole time. Oh, but that's coming up in just a minute. The whole Molly, yeah. Don't even think about Molly yet. Hey, we don't know if Molly knew yet. We don't know yet, do we? I mean, she could say she didn't know. Okay. It's not like I'm going to prove she knew the whole time, right? Oh, no. Let's go. I may have made multiple attempts to see my son at the new facility, including meeting with the ethics committee. Each time I've been turned away. Follow me here. They told me his wife is the only one that can see him and she will not anyone else to visit. Not true. That's not true. Dre took her and she saw him. This is a complete lie. She saw him. Okay? The order she had placed against me, prohibiting me from seeing him at the VA, expired on the 30th because she did not provide them with proof. Then why did they stop you? But by the way, the law says you can't be prevented from seeing him. The law says that. Marvon Sr. backed that up. Marvon Sr. said they don't stop you. So we have Marvon Sr.'s own words that say you're lying here. But it doesn't matter. The whole point isn't... Yeah.
Where do we have his words again? What is that document that we have that has his words about him being able to go see his son, even though Dre didn't want him to? I'm trying to remember. Oh,
was it a police report?
Was it a police report, like an official police report? Yeah.
It was, right? Because I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah,
it was the police report said it on top of the video clip we have. Either way, we now know that Latisha saw Marvon. She saw him. This is a lie. She lied to the group, she lied to the YouTubers, and she lied on stream. Now, the YouTubers, some of them knew it. People asked them, how many times have you seen him? When did you see him? And they would never give a straight answer. You remember this stuff, right? Okay, let's get moving. Now, the next part is that there was no order. There was no order. And why would the order expire on the 30th? It makes no sense. I've been at the VA for a long time. That's not how the VA works. And the VA works the same all over the country. That's a fact. I've been to many VAs. They work the same all over the country. They got the same rules and all that. So what kind of order? Who would make this order? You can put in the computer that only people allowed to see him are XYZ, but if the state law is that if you're the biological mother or father, you can't be turned away, then you can't be turned away, right? Marvon Sr. fits every category that Latisha did. Marvon Sr. had signed him away just like Latisha. Marvon Sr. had not raised him just like Latisha. Marvon Sr. had only seen him a few times throughout his life just like Latisha. Only difference is Marvon did spend a very short time living with Latisha and then ended up with the grandmother. The point is, if they're going to turn away, if the law says the biological parents can't be turned away, and one of the biological parents is allowed to go in, then we know the other parent is allowed to go in. Now, the thing is, I didn't know that the ethics board, when I thought she went to the ethics board, I thought she went to the ethics board of a normal hospital. Because the VA doesn't have a fucking ethics board. They don't. What's the name of the thing that they have in the military, Navy, that you can go complain to? It's like a general something, you know what I'm talking about?
It's the,
Master General.
Give me a second. You hadn't asked, I could have told you. It's the, I can't remember. Yes, you're right. Yeah, there's a,
yeah. It's the same kind of thing at the VA. They have a thing you can go to. It's not called an ethics board. I mean, it's confusing as hell. What? Oh, not JAG. It's okay. So it's a Master General or General Order or General something, like that's the name of it. It's like Sergeant General or Captain General or Lieutenant General or fuck, dude. It'll come to me. But you can go in and make a complaint there when you're in the military. You can go file a complaint against like a sergeant or an officer or something at the something general master of something's thing. And the VA has a similar thing that you can go file complaints to. I know because I've filed complaints there before. I've argued with the VA before. I have. So the point is that I'm making, I don't know why she's calling it an ethics committee. He wasn't at the VA at this point. He'd been moved. No, this is early on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she says VA right here. So that's why it's confusing. Like, there's no sense in arguing about it, because the point is, with this, it shows that their narrative is just wacky. Like, they would go on stream and tell you something this week, and then a month later tell you something different, right? And this is different than what they were saying when they first appeared on Molly's stream, but this is right before they appeared on Molly's stream. So what this shows us is that when they appeared on Molly's stream, they basically just made up a bunch of shit, right? And it makes sense because months later, we're looking and trying to piece the timeline together. And you can roll back in my videos and find timeline on the thumbnail and Dre's picture for when we were looking at the timeline. We probably spent days on it. And in that timeline, we kept having people come to us and say this exact thing. And we'd be like, where do you hear that
Inspector General.
To Inspector General's office? Bam, boy.
Thank you, Skystone. Skystone
Inspector
just said it.
General.
Inspector General.
Yep. Daphne says there are ethics committees at the VA. Well, then I've never interacted with them, so I'll have to look it up. I don't think it's called an ethics committee, though, is my point. It might be. Maybe there's different names at different VAs. Maybe that's what it is. Because it is a different part of the country. I'm in the East Coast. We're talking about over in Arizona. So, yeah, it's possible. Now, the main thing is there was no order. She did see Marvon, and she's lying here. But that's just what I'm trying to show you. What I'm trying to show you, for people that know what was on Molly's streams, with Latisha sitting there with Molly, and they're talking about all yada, yada, yada. Their story changes constantly. It's a constant lie. It's always a constant moving lie. And the problem is, when that happens, the YouTuber is supposed to be someone that isn't biased, okay? And which is ironic, because Latisha's last name is Bias. Wow! This is crazy! So Molly claims to be the YouTuber. Are you following me? She claims that she is just a neutral person who, yeah, is on Latisha's side, but it's not like she's going to let Latisha steal money from her audience. She's not going to let Latisha lie to everybody. She's not going to support Latisha doing a bunch of crazy shit or changing her story. She's going to, you see what I'm saying? There's a difference between you being on someone's side and you allowing somebody to just completely lie constantly. But let's read the rest of this really quick. Because a lot of you are already like, this is wacky, right? The order she placed against me prohibiting me from receiving it to VA expired on the 30th because she didn't provide them with proof. However, the new facility does not go by the same rules as the VA. They are allowing his wife the rights to restrict his visitors. This is not true.
That's
Again,
a lie.
this is not true. It's against state law, right? And Dre said, didn't Nunya come in and say that Dre said she took Latisha to see Marvon at this time, right?
Yeah, she came out in one of her lives. She talked about how like before, like when all this happened, that she had already seen Vaughn and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
and Latisha did say that. We couldn't figure it out. We were like, well, did they turn her away the first time? Did they turn her away the second time? Latisha said she went twice. Well, now Latisha's saying she went once. Now Latisha's saying that she went twice, but now she's been turned away once, and we can't figure anything out because everything's different. Everybody's confused because they kept changing their story. But either way, this is why I've reached out with a desperate plea to find legal help to fight for my... This is what matters about this, okay? This is what matters. This is what matters. Pay attention. This is why I've reached out with a desperate plea to find legal help to fight for my visitation rights to see my son before it's too late. If she take him home, I will not be able to see him. I've spoken to several attorneys in the area. One in particular is willing to take the case now. Okay. The beginning of the scam. The beginning of the scam. Right here. This is what I'm trying to show you. This is what matters. It's not the beginning of her collecting money. Because as you see the day before, she is collecting money and collecting assistance and collecting help because she's seeing him. Got me? And I don't think Select Specialty Hospital is a VA, but who knows? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, we could sit here and argue about this for hours because there's so many different stories that have been told. What happens is people who have heard one thing or think one thing or have tracked one thing forgets. Okay. Now, Not For Nothing did an excellent video already 1 hour ago. Isn't this like the third or fourth time Not For Nothing has had a good video? Not For Nothing. I remember this name.
Oh, they're killing it. They're killing
it. And Not For Nothing.
They did the green face video.
Yes. Yeah. What was that green faces? The Grinch video, the troll video. Yeah. Yeah. So right here, Not For Nothing has zoomed in on Molly's phone. Now, the things on her phone are pretty crazy. So I don't know what Not For Nothing shows. Of course, it's a little blurry at first. But what does that say? Like, some of this is going to be even shocking to me. Everything is perfect. Something is perfect. Tina is something barnyard. I don't know. By the way, we've got a more clear image coming in just a second. I'm going to go through Not For Nothing's video to show you this. Then I'm going to show you some clearer pictures of what it says, okay? So, is this what you were trying to read, Navy, when you said that it was hard to read at first?
Part of them. Like, some of them are a little bit clearer. You can see here, like, the Tina time.
That is a
little bit clearer. And when it gets to the one that you're really interested in, then it's a little bit, it's kind of, it's blurry, but I think I can still read it.
I wish that Not For Nothing might have put the text box on the screen for what Not For Nothing thought it said, right? Let me blow it up and see if it gets better. And Tina says, if you want, I'll something. Let's skip ahead here. Here, I'll show you me skipping ahead. And when I look at it, I'll blow it up. Now, some of the messages that come up are really interesting. And that's what we're going to get into in a second, okay? Now, it's funny. You know, when I was watching Molly, I was commenting on how Molly seemed out of it and lethargic, and her eyes are moving super slow around and stuff, and it's just really weird seeing Molly act like this, right? Especially when she's all angry and animated. She looks really, you know, brought down or something. And then, of course, Not For Nothing zooms in on that one again. And it's funny because, like, Molly's just like, okay, yeah, I don't care. Everybody see my text messages. Oh, God. Yeah, it's Tina time. Okay, this one we can kind of read. Text Jen and let her know to become a member. Navy. This means that another person is messaging another person, and they're telling that person become a member. You know what that means? You know what this is called? You know, have you ever started a lawnmower, a really old lawnmower?
Yeah, I had to prime it.
You had to prime the pump, and then even if you primed it, you'd have to yank that motherfucker and yank that. You'd have to just and finally, when you got lucky, and what sucks is you got to hold that thing down the whole time, because if you let go of it, it's going to pop up and then it won't start. But anyway, some YouTubers are so narcissistic, and I've seen this so many times. I've had people busted doing this with fraud raisers. They fake super chats and memberships. They fake them. They message certain people, and a lot of times they pay them. Here's $20. Send me a $20 super chat. Here's $5. Join my stream. But here's the interesting part. They tell them when to do it throughout the stream. You know why, Navy?
Is it because it gets others to donate and join?
Yes, because it triggers other people that are watching. They'll say, oh, I'll throw one. Oh, I'll member. Oh, I'll donate. And it does another thing too. Remember what Molly said at the beginning of her stream? Come on, everybody. Let's get 5 members so we can stick it to Dre. Right? So while I believe that this proves that Molly primes the pump every time she streams, and probably a large portion of her memberships and donations are fake, what they do is they save a portion of their YouTube monthly income, especially when they have, you know, when they've got a husband that's got a lot of money and they live in a nice house and they've got all this money laying around because they make all this money on YouTube. They save a portion of it and they use it to prime the pump. The problem is you end up becoming narcissistically addicted to the pump being primed. And when you're really mad at someone like Dre and she's embarrassed you and she's shown you to be a liar, well, you'll really get your peeps to prime the pump. But people don't prime the pump for free, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the next thing here is really crazy, because there's a name that comes up on the screen right here. The first message is something like, and then if you want, I'll post someone's text up to you. Ooh. What now? And then if you want, I'll post someone's text up to you. Oh, and the someone is someone's name, but you can't read it? Ah, I see. Well, here's the thing that's really interesting. WYNETT and 2 others to you and Latisha Bias. What? Did you read what that said? Do we know what it says there?
Yeah, from what I read, it says, thanks, Ms. Molly. Something.
Thanks. Ms. Molly. Well,
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. That this shows us something. This shows us that these pop-ups are to Molly, number one. These are to Molly. These are group chats that Molly is in with other people on her phone. But it also shows us, well, we already knew that anyway, because this is an iPhone and it's iCloud message and everything else. But the thing that really is interesting is that, wait a minute, Navy, does that mean that WYNETT, Molly, and Latisha are all in a group together chatting with each other every day?
Yes, 100%.
But hold on, Navy. Molly told us that Molly and Justin told us that Latisha changed her phone number. WYNETT said Latisha took off and they haven't heard from her ever since. Well, I wonder why Latisha is in a group chat with WYNETT and Molly. Let's see if we can get some more clear pictures here. Anyway, excellent job, Not For Nothing. Excellent job. Now, I've got a room here where... Oh, I've got actually multiple places where, it looks like, we've got a whole bunch of these. Okay. Well, these look like they're... These are from WYNETT Latisha. Thanks, Miss Molly. And first time Latisha went to see Vaughn before Molly was involved. Oh, definitely. So let's go over some key points from the things I've shown you and read to you, because of course I got a lot of the information from other people and we were talking before the stream and kind of piecing things together. But I have a realization that we're going to go into, and it's about the fact of this message right here. It'll look better in a minute, but WYNETT to you and Latisha Bias. Thank you, Miss Molly, is what it says. Now, this has been super exposed. And this person says, I thought Marvon just passed. Text Jen and tell her to become a member. You know, it's weird because I can see it better down here. Thank you, Ms. Molly. Definitely says that. I know it's hard to see here. Hold on, let me see if my let me see if I can like... Oh, no filter. Let's do it like this. Let me go to my display capture and I'll do it like this.
And like the live chat is telling us, remember, we got told that Ms. WYNETT and Ms. Latisha did not get along with each other. They don't like each other, right?
Oh, thank you, live chat. Now, is this better? Can we see this better, Navy? You're going to have to tell me. You have to look at the broadcast and tell me if it looks better. Because I'm using a thing. It's hard for me to tell on my side.
Yeah. When you made it darker, it does look better. Yeah, you can make it out better.
Good.
And those are like little prayer hands or whatever in between the thanks and Miss Molly.
Little prayer hands, yeah. Praying to the Miss Molly God. The goddess Miss Molly. You see... Not only has Latisha been lying to us the entire time, but Molly has too, and WYNETT. And they all three have lied about their relationship with each other. Molly is not just a YouTuber, interviewing these people, giving her opinion. These are three people plotting and planning together, calling each other, talking together. They know each other intimately. They have each other's phone numbers. They still have Latisha's number. They have played us all. This is proof that they have played us from the beginning. Because when you know what they've told us the whole time, this shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't exist. This should not exist. They should not all be, thank you, Miss Molly. What did you do, Molly? Send her money? Why is Latisha in this chat? Now this explains why Latisha Bias, who's supposed to have disappeared with the money, was in your live chat when you were shaming Dre watching the body cam footage. Y'all have been plotting and planning and doing this the whole damn time. You just busted yourselves. This goes completely against your narrative. This shows you have lied constantly. This is the last piece of the puzzle. And if I have to sit here and put out the whole damn puzzle, I will. But this is the last piece of the puzzle. Let's see if we can make this look any better. Is there a doubt of what this says right now? There's not. Is there a doubt of what this says now? That I've changed my display capture and reduced the contrast and stuff to make it look better? No doubt. Is there a doubt what this says? Now, this is a comment on YouTube Studio. Molly won't let Justin, probably says, Molly won't let Justin talk. We got any more of these, let me know. I don't see any in the LB room. I don't know if it's me. Oh, hold on, let me see. Oh, it looks like we have several things to show you. Okay. Well, here, it looks a lot better here. Let me just close these. And let me adjust this so that you can see it a little better. I mean, it's almost perfect here. Text Jen and tell her to become a member. Ooh. Really? Really? What does this say? Wow or shout it? Wow or shout it?
Or shout it. Or shout it.
What does that mean? Or shout it?
I don't know.
Do you think that they're talking to Molly or someone else? Because Molly is in a group chat.
So this is the same person that was telling someone to text Jen to become a member. So I don't know if the or shout it had anything to do with that. So.
Oh, this is a comment. Someone commented on. Oh, it's a Patreon comment. So this is a Patreon comment. Interesting, because I've got a Patreon post to show you guys.
Oh, Diamond Cutter, who is also Barnyard, says Jen is Two Tacos' wife. I call her Enchilada.
Okay. Okay, look. Is this Discord? That looks like Discord.
Yeah, it looks like the Discord. Yeah.
I thought Molly swore she didn't use Discord. She swore she didn't use Discord. Oh. Uh-oh. Can you turn on the gift membership option? Huh. Weird. Why? Why do they say this stuff to Molly? This is the one. This is the one right here. I'm going to break it down for you, but I got a lot to show you. But that is the one. That's the one. Let me go ahead and default my settings here. Bam. Okay. You see, they had told us Latisha stopped going on Molly's show because Latisha changed her phone number and disappeared. When in reality, we now know they've been protecting and working with Latisha, lying for and with Latisha. Now, this is the issue. Latisha left after the video I showed you in the last stream where they siphoned the money out of the accounts. They siphoned Snapchat. What is it called?
CASHAPP.
I'm so stupid. They siphoned CASHAPP. They siphoned PayPal. And they siphoned Venmo into Latisha's bank account. And then Latisha road-runnered out the door, okay? Molly should be angry that Latisha did this. Not only that, in no rational world would anyone but someone helping her steal the money help her siphon the money out of the account to block the donos. Also, those people that were doxxed were Molly's viewers. They were Molly's donators. A lot of those people that Molly doxed with Latisha were the highest tier donators. 500, 1,000, multiple 500s. Lots of money. What I'm trying to say is that when we have people on YouTube look at us and they say, well, the reason that you think Molly is working with Latisha is over some things that don't really, they show multiple, like Molly could just be stupid and just doing this. Yeah, okay. Really? All right. Yeah. But when you can show them that Molly lied about her relationship with Latisha this whole time, and that we have proof that she is protecting her, you see, we had a video clip where, for some reason, how did people join Molly's panel? Did she have a link thrown out or something? She must have, right?
Yeah, I guess so, open. Yeah.
Molly was live. She had her panel open, and people could join. So a few people joined, and one of them got through. And they asked Molly a question. This is what Nick was trying to tell me in the last stream. And after we get done here, we can bring people in or whatever. But Nick was telling me, hey, someone jumped on Molly's panel. It's on Queen Bee's channel. And if somebody wants to throw me a screenshot of that, or if a time stamp to that, I'll definitely play the clip of them going on Molly's panel and asking her where the money is from the Latisha fundraiser. And Molly, does Molly answer? No, she kicks them off the panel. Molly won't tell anyone where Latisha's money went, and she wants us to believe that she hasn't been talking to Latisha. Why? That's proof of something here. Showing that she is talking to Latisha today while live is massive. But it's also even worse than that, because WYNETT is in the group. They wanted us to believe that WYNETT and Latisha hated each other. It was a lie. Why would they lie like that? Unless they wanted us to believe that because WYNETT and Latisha were actually working together to make money off of Marvon's death. Coma. Suicide. Why would Molly lie about her relationship with Latisha unless she's working with her to make money off of the fundraiser and the suicide? Why would all three of them be plotting and planning and texting and thanking each other? Especially today. Dre comes back and Molly's going to go up on her stream and Molly's going to say, oh, that rock guy who likes to, what did she say? I like to jacket or something like that. It's just what she said. She always says sexual stuff.
Yeah, some stupid shit
right?
like that.
Something dumb like that. That rock guy, he likes to touch himself is what she said. Something like that. He's just lying and making stuff up. There's no proof that I'm working with them and that I protected them and helped them steal money. Yes, there is. Because you told us that the reason that no one could believe that you were making money, stealing money, working with Latisha, working with WYNETT, is because she bailed on you. She was gone. You don't know what happened. For all you know, she filed with her lawyer. You said it, not me. Well, since you said that the reason no one should believe you did anything sinister is because Latisha took off and you lied, well, we're going to believe you did something sinister. We're going to believe you worked with her. I mean, it's just logical. It's just, what? Why wouldn't we? If I tell you that the reason that I didn't rob the bank is because I was at my buddy's house and the cops find out I wasn't at my buddy's house, so they're going to arrest my ass. It's just how it works. You don't lie when you have these things happening, because if you do, it makes you look guilty because you're guilty, right? It's not only makes you look guilty, it shows that you're guilty. That's why they say it makes you look guilty, right? It's just a complete and utter lie. This whole time I've been saying that it looks like Molly's working with Latisha. It looks like they're all sitting around and talking. And I get called all these damn names by everybody out there. And I get told that I'm a conspiracy theorist and I'm crazy and everything. And then Molly goes live. She's got her phone right there. And what happened? They all start talking to each other. That's the point. They denied it. They denied that they were all talking together and working together in a group to do this. They said that I was crazy for saying it, and she went live, and lo and behold, forgot to push a button, and now we know that she's been talking and working with these three people at least this whole time. And this is pretty important, guys. You know why? Because Latisha and WYNETT and Molly are the people who profited. They are the people that profited from the scam. So not only are they the people that created a lie, they are the people that perpetrated the lie. They are the people that then monetized the lie. They are the ones that then profited from the lie. They are the ones that lied for each other after they did all of this. And now we find out that they have been lying to us about every detail of this, down to the core details. No one just lies about the core details of something this important. That's called just, disrespecting Marvon. That's literally spitting on Marvon. Why are you going to sit and lie about things that are happening around a suicide and involve you guys? Well, we know, because you stole a bunch of money using his name. You're busted. It's over. We know you work together now. You slipped up. You're working together. You're talking to each other. You're plotting shit. And you've been telling us this whole time it wasn't true. Nice job, Molly. Nice job. I hope you enjoy your money. I hope you enjoy your portion of the damn money and whatever you made from this. Right? I hope you sit around at night and you're thinking about it. It pops in your head every time you're trying to relax. Because you act like it's just Dre sitting there, and I've been repeating myself and saying this, and we need to go react to Dre and forget about Molly. Wolf is right. We need to do that. Because Molly does nothing but lie to us every time she goes live. And if we just take what they did and we take out all of their bullshit and we just look at what happened, I can tell you a factual breakdown, a factual truth about what happened. Marvon did what he did. Latisha found out, went to Facebook and started begging for money. Bumped into Molly at some point, went on Molly's show, got WYNETT to come on Molly. Now we know why WYNETT went on Molly's show. You know? Everybody's like, why would Marvon and WYNETT, while they're grieving Marvon, go on Molly's show? Now we know why.
And send her money.
And
they sent her money.
Jesus H. Christ, and you're right. Now, do you remember what happened with that money? Basically, Molly was live and she gets what? Like some huge amount of money sent to her. And she goes, oh my God, thank you, WYNETT. And everybody was like, dude, that was Molly's payment for getting WYNETT a bunch of fucking cash apps. WYNETT should have never sent Molly a dime. That money was supposed to be for something specific involving Marvon. And she sent... What was it, Navy? Chat, what was it? Was it like $500 or something?
I don't remember the exact amount. I just remember her being like, oh my God, so great. Thank you so much for sending me this money. Thank you, WYNETT and Marvon Sr.
Yeah, but it was like a huge number of money, like 500, 1,000. I forget. 1,000? Wasn't it 1,000? Or because she said, oh, I'm going to use this for my son's shoes or something, right?
It was his school, like whatever he needed for school, shoes, clothes, or something like that.
Cherie just said it was $1,200 fucking dollars. Yeah, Molly was live, and the woman in this group chat with Molly and Latisha sends Molly $1,200 after. Now listen, WYNETT and her husband appeared on Molly's show and were e-begging for money using Marvon's suicide to make the money. So they got so much fucking money in their cash apps or whatever, their pay accounts, that they went and a few days later sent Molly $1,200. Someone said close to $1,000. Someone said 1,200. We'll just round it to $1,000. But either way, we can look and find out later. But it was about $1,000. Janie says that it was 1,200. Okay. Janie just checked and said it was 1,200. Okay. Well, I'm just going to say 1,000. It's just a roundabout. But we all wondered, like, why is WYNETT, someone who shouldn't have made like a huge amount of money in this, sending Molly $1,200? And we were like, they're sharing money. WYNETT, Latisha, and Molly are sharing money. They're not supposed to be sharing money. It was for fucking specific, helping Marvon, helping the kids, seeing Marvon. They didn't use it for that. They gave it to each other. They shared it. If you caught them sharing money, and we know that they've been buddying and chumming this whole time, lying to our faces, why in the world would anyone believe they weren't doing it the whole time? I mean, shit, man. It's literally proof of it. You feel me? Someone said the 1,200 was from Latisha to Molly. Either way, it was a big sum of money. It was at least 500. That's what I recalled off the bat. I wonder what Goose was paid for her stint. I do too. I wonder what all of them made. Right? I wonder what the hell they all made. And we'll only know if in the police report, Dre, it proves that Dre turned Latisha into the FBI and the local PD for doing what she did with that money. Making that money, number one, improperly, and then, lying about using it. And all we can hope is that the local PD and the FBI, one of those entities, actually resolve this issue, lock up the people that are responsible, and get the money back. That's all we can hope. Because this is not legal. It's not right. Nothing about it is. And Molly sits there and defends Latisha to this day. And now we know why she's attacking Dre. It doesn't make sense. Molly finds out she's been wrong this whole time about everything, and she's still going to attack Dre, make fun of Dre, put Dre down. I'm going to send money to Latisha. She said that out loud because she wanted her audience to send money to Latisha. Why? Why, Molly, unless you're getting some of it? You're not slick. Nobody puts themselves in a vulnerable position where they could get in trouble if they're not making shit. Go ahead, Navy.
So in the general, at the bottom of general, Nick just dropped the Queen Bee live and put the timestamp in where one of their panelists got on Molly's panel and asked about the money. 4 hours and 45 minutes.
Let's watch this. So look at what Molly says and does when somebody asks about the money. Let's see it with our own eyes. This was today. Let's see. And look at Molly. Remember when Molly mocked Watts or Wells? Which one was it? She mocked one of them. I haven't looked into those stories in depth. I just started studying them. Wells. Remember when she mocked Wells? She left the internet for months because of that. She's mocking Dre. It's a repeat pattern, man. Is it not?
And I understand that. My dad's a career military master sergeant in the intelligence thing. You do a lot of fundraising, don't you? Do you ever show anybody the proof that you passed that money on to like attorneys that you said you were raising for? You're sitting here.
You're an OG, dude. You're a fucking OG, whoever you are. You win the internet for the day, bro.
And you raised money supposed to raise earlier, right? Last year.
Up there.
You know, you've raised money for Dre for about.
Nobody raised money for Dre.
I've never raised money for Dre.
For fucking Latisha.
Well,
you know what he's saying.
One of the things I might be a little.
I don't know who you are.
You raised money for an attorney, but nobody.
You know what he's talking about, Molly.
Seen the payment for the attorney or the person going, yeah, I got the attorney.
Look at that.
Do you ever show that when you do fundraisers?
Actually, when I've done several fundraisers, and our fundraisers are usually St. Jude.
This is called a lie. That's not what he asked you. He asked you in the fundraiser where the fundraiser was for an attorney, did you show proof of it? That's what he said. That's the Latisha fundraiser. Why are you... Is that his name, Broken Fish? Broken Fish wins the damn internet tonight. You tell Broken Fish he wins the damn internet. Tell him UNIRock said that.
Or they are Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
No, Molly, he's asking about Latisha's money that she ran off with, the topic that we're all talking about across the whole internet. All of that money that you sucked out of your audience and supposedly only Latisha kept.
Now, where's the
one for Latisha? And they go through YouTube and everybody gets their own receipt. Through Google.
Why don't you answer him?
YouTube, yeah.
Has he already been kicked off at this point?
Have you ever donated? Because if you did,
not through your channel, but yes, I donate to Door.
Oh no! Well, when you go through my channel.
No, Molly, he's asking about Latisha. No one got a receipt. No one got their refund. Nobody got anything from Latisha.
I donate
to Shut your mouth and listen when I speak.
Oh, she's so tough, isn't she?
Oh, she is. She is triggered.
Dressed as Dre. She's dressed up, trying to look like Dre. She's trying to be cute like Dre, and she's trying to talk professional like Dre. But now we see the difference between Dre and Molly. The behavior, the attitude, the entitlement, the evil.
When you do make a donation for my channel, whoever the frig you are.
No, your channel was the Latisha fundraiser. You're lying.
You automatically get a receipt.
No, they did not. No, you're lying. People wanted their money back from Latisha. We're asking if you showed receipts that Latisha did what she said she was going to do with the money. You know that's what he asked you. Nobody got their receipt and proof that Latisha got a lawyer and filed to help Marvon and the grandchild because she didn't file. She didn't file. We've been literally sitting here waiting for all these months and it's gone. You won't answer. This is what you do. Remember, you promised to prove that you were going to use the money to help Marvon and the grandchild.
Now, when I did a
Right, I have to
fundraiser.
agree with Doc Nisha. She says Molly must be really mad because she's not stuffing her face.
Yeah.
For Miss Latisha.
That is
She was very transparent with.
Latisha was not transparent. You're literally lying to everybody. Why are you lying? If Dre had done what Latisha did, you'd be sitting there demanding everything we're demanding. You would be wanting what we want, which is either the money back or the proof that she did the filing with a lawyer to help Dre and the grandson. You know that. And remember, Latisha herself said it was time sensitive. Dre can hurt the grandson and Marvon at any time. I've got to get a lawyer and file now. I got to go see him now before it's too late. Right? So why is it all this time later and she hasn't done it? Because she took the money. And we just busted your ass for lying about talking to her since she left. So you could be on that damn call. You could take that phone and you could call Latisha right now, put her on speaker and say, Latisha, will you please explain to these people where that money went? And you won't do it. You are protecting Latisha. You said that Latisha changed her number and won't talk to you so that we wouldn't demand you to call Latisha and ask her where the money went. Well, now we found out you lied to us, and you can either call Latisha tonight or accept the fact that we've proven that all three of you ran off with that fucking money. Because when you do this kind of thing with a fundraiser, typically there's no evidence. You have to go to the authorities and they've got to go file subpoenas to get the evidence. Y'all are so sloppy. And I'm going to show you a video clip, Molly, just in case some of your dingbats are watching. I'm going to show you a video clip. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to put it up on the screen because I know you guys are going to slap me in the face. No, you know what? I think I should play it. I should play it, but y'all are going to slap me if I do because I play this so often. Right there. You helped Latisha steal the money on video. Right here.
Okay, and then get it from her card. So if she doesn't have a card on there at all.
You helped her steal it right here. Anybody in my chat, you want me to play it? Okay, somebody wants me to play it. I'm gonna fucking play it. Here we go. This is a serial scammer. This is Molly. That's Justin. And Latisha is on Molly's phone on speaker listening to everything. Someone in the chat hasn't seen this. It's only a minute long, so I'm going to play it. I just showed on screen you're still talking to Latisha. I just proved that you lied about having contact with Latisha. You said Latisha changed her number so that you wouldn't have to call Latisha and have her prove what she did with that money. And because I've always said, why would Justin and Molly help Latisha siphon the money out of the accounts and just keep their mouths shut? They would be angry Latisha stole the money if they weren't in on it. I've said this the whole time. This is basic logic. If you got in a car and hey, you want to ride? You're walking down the street. Where are you guys going? To town? You going to walk all the way to town 30 miles away or you want to ride? All right, you jump in. They pull up to a bank and they go in to fucking rob it. Are you just going to sit there? Are you just going to sit there, wait for him to get back and then drive off with them? Or are you going to get out of the fucking car and run? They're sitting in the car waiting on Latisha. But they want you to believe that they don't know she's robbing a fucking bank.
It's turned off.
Okay.
Okay, and then also to make sure that she doesn't have a bank card linked to that account.
Make sure Latisha doesn't have a bank card linked to her accounts.
Only when she has to like withdraw out of it.
Only when she withdraws the money out of it. Venmo, CASHAPP, PayPal.
Is the only time that she should have a card linked to it, because
it's the only time you should have a card linked to your account, because
somebody tries to do a request.
Somebody requests.
They can get it because if you have a card linked to it,
they can get their money. They can get their refund because if your card is still linked to it, the bank card,
if she like accepts it or not, the bank can dispute it and get it from her card.
The bank can take it from the card that's attached to the bank account. Money goes from the PayPal and the Snap and the fucking chat, the Cash App, over to the bank. And if you leave your card connected, they can still give the refund. They can still connect.
So if she doesn't have a card on there at all,
so if she takes her card off after siphoning the money,
then they can't get anything.
Then they can't get their refunds. Oh, you're saying where's Latisha, right?
Well, how about that?
Wow.
Now, Justin says, well, how about that? We're getting rich. Okay, he didn't say we're getting rich, but that's the same thing. Why do you say, well, how about that? Latisha gets to steal the fundraiser money. Why do you say that if you're not getting any yourself? I can't fathom it. I would be, if I was Justin, I'd say, well, why are you guys denying the refunds? If she's only going to use this money, if she's not keeping the money, and she's going to hand it to a lawyer, she's not profiting. So why in the world is she acting like she's going to profit and sucking the money out of the account? Like, so what? You're going to have $15,000 to give the lawyer instead of $22,000. Isn't that enough to get started and we can make you money later? They stole the money.
I know that.
Yeah, I deal with Cash App and all that stuff.
Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Take your card off too.
She just said I deal with Cash App a lot. I deal with Cash App a lot. What is this face? What is this face you're making?
Did she say take?
Like, she's legit is like, while she's talking, she's like, she must have just ran a Cash App thing and just went out and got some crack or something, because that's not
Take her
normal.
card off too.
I'll make sure she has no card on it.
No card.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, that's Latisha's voice, and Justin, and Molly. And now Molly just proved that she has been literally talking to Latisha every day. She's been sitting there with Latisha's number, communicating with Latisha. If Dre decided to sue, people would gladly donate to get Dre for the attorney. People would make sure that Dre never had to spend a dime. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
Dre would never have to spend a dime. People would not want their money back. They would just want Dre to follow through, whether she wins or loses or draws with a lawsuit. That's what she would want. That's what everybody would say. As long as you do it, Dre, you don't have to pay a dime. There are so many people out there that want justice. That's, you know what the craziest thing is? These motherfuckers go to tragedies and demand justice, but they're always creating massive injustice, like yelling in a whole neighborhood because they're mad at one person. If you look at the person they're yelling at, they're still doing an injustice. But then they're doing an injustice to the whole neighborhood. They've never wanted justice. And now, instead of wanting justice for Marvon, they're okay with Latisha running off with the money because they're still friends with her. That's what this shows. They didn't cut off contact with Latisha.
And what
they
happened?
are still friends. Go ahead, man.
Well, and what happened? So Molly goes, like, Latisha disappears, supposedly, right? Air quotes, right? Disappears. Yeah. Molly doesn't know, can't contact her, right? All of a sudden, Molly started showing the police cam footage that was released on the police video, right? And all of a sudden, who pops up in her live chat? How did she know what was happening? What was going on? And guess what happened? People started asking for her Cash App.
Whose feathers? Whose feathers, Sheree?
It was someone in the live chat that was asking to send one of the mods some information.
Oh.
And so she's dropping your join link. I guess they were asking to join.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sheree. I was just wondering. I was just like, what's feather? I thought you were trying to tell me something. I apologize.
No. It's a person in the live
chat. Okay. Sorry, Navy. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, man.
No, what I'm saying is that, like, you know.
No, it's okay, Sheree. Go ahead.
Somebody's running out of money, right? Because all of a sudden they jump back in there and be like, Molly, yeah, that's great. Thank you for doing this. And what happens? Everybody in Molly's live is like, oh, Latisha, what's your Cash App?
Yeah, and there was a thank you. And there was a thank you, Miss Molly, sent to Molly. Thank you, Feathers. I'm sorry, Feathers. I thought Sheree was giving me some kind of secret message. Look, I've been running around. I've done a long stream today. I've got so much info in my brain. I have a bunch of info from the family. I had a bunch of stuff I have to do for the kids and all this. My brain's overwhelmed. I apologize. I mean, what else do we have to do, Navy? Like, do I literally have to find a recording of them sitting around plotting to do all this? Because we have everything but that. Everything. You could not even that, dude. We have everything plus 1,000 more clips of them conning everybody. The only thing we don't have is Molly sitting there taking a dump while she's on the phone with Latisha and WYNETT plotting everything, because that's what she was doing.
Well, we have one. We just don't have them both, because she does like to use the restroom while on a live stream.
Well, actually, you're right. We do have Molly using the bathroom on live stream a couple times. Actually, you're correct.
Unfortunately, very unfortunately for my ears and my eyes, we do. Yes. And
in my ears, my eyes, my brain, my stomach. You're right.
Yep.
I'm exhausted, but we need to keep going. I don't know what else to do. I started out, I was neutral as could be. I stayed neutral until I'd come to enough evidence to make a determination. I presented the evidence, all of it. And I told people that Latisha was conning everybody. Latisha stole the money. It was after they did the video clip I showed where they siphoned the money. I went and told everybody, I have determined it's a fraud raiser. I have determined they're scamming you. And we waited and waited and waited because we thought Latisha was going to come back. Molly kept saying, well, Latisha changed her phone number and we don't talk to Latisha and she's not coming on the show anymore. I can't get a hold of her, but Latisha got a lawyer. So we're sitting here thinking, okay, she's going to come back and have some filings. She's going to come back and say something, right? Molly should be furious at Latisha. Get up here with your lawyer. You're going to have to use your own money, hire a lawyer, and start doing this because you scammed my audience. She's not. She's okay with it. Now, I don't know why I have to be Mr. fucking crazy conspiracy theorist. But if Molly's okay with Latisha taking all that money from her subscriber base, I think that's more than enough. I know, Army Wife, I know. I have a question. How long after y'all found out this is being done? Just curious, because it took me about 3 months to think, wow, something is up with all this. It took us a couple months. We started off, and like I said, we were really neutral. And everything I did is on this channel. It's live. It's recorded. Nothing has been deleted. Everything is there. If you want to go back and fact check anything I've done, everything is on my channel. We went through meticulously every single piece of data, and we determined in the end that Latisha ran off with the money, stole it, and didn't get a lawyer, didn't file to help Marvon or the kid, and planned the whole time to steal the money. Now, what I think we're showing you is that in the beginning, Molly and Latisha acted as if they were just a YouTuber interviewing the people involved in the case, right? Which means, Molly would be sitting there. Latisha might reach out and say, hey, Molly, it's Latisha. Oh, you want to come on my show and we'll try to get justice for Marvon? That's not what was happening. I mean, if you look at their little text message thing, they are intimately talking with each other. They are communicating. Marvon Sr. was a man who shared a link with his wife, WYNETT, and collected money using Marvon's suicide. Molly was a person who collected money using Marvon's suicide. And Latisha was a person. 3 separate adults did this. It was very wrong. Everybody told them it was wrong. Everybody said, if you're going to make money off of all this, give the money to Marvon's grandson. They said, we are, because we're going to file a lawsuit. We're going to get the grandson away from Dre because Dre is abusing the kid. And she's trying to kill Marvon. She's trying to poison him in the hospital even. They said this on stream. They pulled up ropes and held them to their necks while they said this stuff. And now we know that it was just a big fucking game. They were working together, talking to each other, communicating intimately the whole time. Because that should have been known. We should have known that she is in a fucking text group with Latisha and WYNETT. We should have been told this. We should have been told what Latisha's excuse is for where the money went. The last thing that we know about the money that belongs to Marvon's son and Marvon is this video. You all gave this money through Molly Golightly to Latisha. Fact. Molly asked you to do it. Fact. Molly said it was for justice for Marvon, meaning what I said it was, so I don't have to explain it again. Fact. They wouldn't file in court. Fact. They kept being asked, who's your attorney? They wouldn't tell us. Fact. We accused them of not having an attorney. They flipped out and said it was defamation, but turned out they didn't have an attorney. Fact. Then they took the money out of the account. Fact. Then they told us that Latisha ran off and Molly went and did other content. That was a lie, though. It's a fact that they did that. The fact, though, is Molly was talking with Latisha and had access to her the whole time. And she just busted herself. Just busted herself. Well, they held, what were they holding up, Navy? It wasn't ropes, but they held up stuff to their neck that they were imagining was ropes. What, do you remember? Oh, it was cords.
Yeah, there were cords. Yeah.
Cords. They held cords up to their neck, acting like it was ropes, talking about how he was choked and stuff like that. They absolutely did. Yeah. They absolutely did. Well, oh, Cherie says phone charging cord. Yeah, it was a phone cord. Yeah. But I mean, she did it. Pretending is the word I'm looking for, that it was a rope. She was pretending that her phone cord was a rope.
They're mocking. Yeah. They're doing a
mocking it. They're mocking it. Yes.
But remember,
they also said this man was deceased. Yes. Go ahead, Navy. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, no, but yeah, they did that as well. But this is also the same woman who, after everything with the police report came out and showed that literally Dre saved Von's life, right?
Marvon's life. Saved his life.
Saved his life. Goes on a live stream and claims that because of her diet, there was no way she was strong enough to give him life-saving measures. Even
though vegans work out every day, some lift weights all around the United States, Dre's a vegan, so she's not strong enough to give him CPR. Like, everything Molly has done has been an insult to Dre. She dresses it up as if she cares about Marvon. She dresses it as if she cares about the kids. She dresses it as if Dre did something wrong, so it's okay that she's attacking Dre. And as we've said a million times, so I'm going to shut up now, it was all a lie. She hates those kids. She hates Marvon, or she wouldn't treat the family like this. Jesus Christ, when are people going to wake up, man? And I know you all are woken up to this. I know you are. Now, a lot of people will sit in Molly's chat, and they'll sit and agree with everything Molly says, right? And people look at that and they go, how does anyone agree? How does anyone agree with what Molly says? Well, now we know why. Now I know why. I'm done. I'm done playing fucking kiddie games. Now we know why. Because they've got a group chat going where they tell people to send memberships and when to send them. To send. You think they're not telling people to fucking agree with Molly in the chat? Do you think they're not telling however many people are in this group? You really think they don't have sock accounts and they don't log in to make Molly look good? They're doing this to make Molly look good. So why wouldn't they do that to make Molly look good, for fuck's sake? Now we understand why. It's not because people agree with Molly. It's because it's a fucking game. This is all a LARP. This is all a lie. This is all a con. Heels on the ground, all of them, is a con. And this was part of Heels on the Ground. This is why you got, what's her name? House of Williams going to St. Jude's, triggering a security event, trying to run away from security and lying and trying to get people fired. This is why Molly just got someone fired. And I'll bet, no, I won't go there. I won't go there. Okay, let's go back to reacting to Dre. I'm getting fed up with this bullshit, man. We're going to have to move on to another topic after this for a while.
Bubba, I get you. It fucking pisses me off, too. And the fact, if you watch, because Nonsense, I think she's still alive right now, but she was live tonight doing a reaction to Molly's reaction to Dre going live. And watching that bridge troll yell at Dre and be like, liar, liar, when she produces no evidence and no receipts is at least infuriating. You know, just watching her do this, you're just like, whoa.
It's the most hypocritical. These are the most hypocritical people that are on the planet. They are the most hypocritical people on the planet Earth.
One is okay. Whatever everybody's streaming, it's all the stuff from last night.
Anyways, here we go. Also, I just want to say.
Oh, thank you, Cherie. I got lost. Is it in the Molly room or it's in the LB room? Okay. Well, we do have something else I forgot about. Let's get it up here so we can move on to hear Dre talk. And we're gonna watch Dre talk. So here we go. We've got a Patreon post, and yes, this all relates to what we're talking about, so I'm gonna show it. Molly Golightly, Marvon with family in Savannah. So what Molly is trying to do is convince her inner donators to stay with her. And she's doing it by trying to act like the things all of us are saying are lies. So she went and found a photo of Marvon with his father, right? Because if you show that Marvon's with his father one time in a photo, then wow, everyone else must be lying, right? So that photo's from like 2021, right? 2020? 2019. Okay, 2018, fine. I mean, shit. 2017? Maybe they just didn't like taking photos. 2016. Maybe they didn't have phone cameras. 2015? 2014, huh? Fucking disgusting. In 2014, this photo was taken. WYNETT just sent this to me and Justin. WYNETT, you are an evil person. You are an evil, evil person. Money is worth this to you? She's sitting there like, yup, it is. Money is worth this. Yes, money is worth this. You're that evil and selfish that you would do this to Marvon for money. Yup. WYNETT just sent this. She told me to share it with you all. Yeah, because you... Thanks for admitting that. Thank you for admitting that WYNETT is in with you and Latisha this whole time, and that's why you guys pushed this lying narrative about Dre and did this. Thank you for more. She and her husband Marvon said that they watched the whole live this afternoon and said that they know for a fact that she lied a lot of things and that they know she wants a house. She said she wanted a house. She said she wanted to get a house that she could have made or at least bought so that Marvon can be home and it's actually capable of housing him with his needs. So, for her and her new boyfriend. What new boyfriend? When did she say anything about a new boyfriend, Navy?
Never. It's a fucking lie. The thing was, and this is one thing that gets me. Drake tells us, right, how much she was paying per month for him to stay in the hospital. 11 grand a month. That's the reason why she came back, was because she was using her own personal money to keep him in the hospital at 11 grand a month. And you know what happens to your savings when you spend 11 grand a month? It goes away.
It's amazing. She's spent 100,000 already, I bet.
And that's
just to take care of him. That's all that is. That's not for everything else. That's just kids, him being there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The bills, the kids, any other medical stuff they need for him, the clothing and the medical stuff for the kids. She's got to be spending 20 grand a month.
And the thing is, like, and this one thing that gets me, and we said this earlier, right? And I said this, like, we said this earlier on your previous stream, was that she didn't come back to social media to ask for money. She came back to social media because that's her job.
Yeah, she went back to her job, and she gets called a bunch of names and put down. Molly this is why I'm sitting here with my mouth open. Molly told her patrons that Dre has a new boyfriend.
I mean,
and she even writes after that she's not sure, but she says she does, and then says she's not sure.
I don't even know. Like, I mean, you're just making shit up. Like, you're literally just making shit up to keep it going.
She's defaming Dre again. She's not gonna have a new boyfriend. She's still married to Marvon, and he's still alive. This is what?
My question is, when is Molly gonna come out and claim that Dre hired somebody to have this happen? That's my question.
She's already said, she's already implied that Dre's responsible. I mean, that's either that Dre directly did it or she hired somebody is the only two options. So she is basically implying that. Listen to this one. To be honest, it feels pretty disgusting sitting in that chair, listening to her with all of the inconsistencies going on. There were no inconsistencies. None. 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 The only thing that was inconsistent is that Molly kept calling Dre a liar, but you wouldn't ever explain how she lied, why she lied, what the details were. You didn't prove anything. You just sat there name calling, mocking, and lying on her.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
And then you get this proven by who? So Uni's been saying it. Nonsense has been shown to prove.
No,
and everyone's been shown to prove.
It was the 11 grand is the monthly cost of taking care of Marvon.
Yeah, that was the hospital bill. Is 11 grand.
Hospital
Dre
cost
says this
in the hospital. Yeah, she explained that.
Yeah.
And I understand. It's when you listen to it, of course, it's hard to follow all of it. Trust me, that's why I'm so damn exhausted. You know, so I get it. It's okay.
And then you come out and show the proof, right, that she's lying. Nonsense comes out and shows the proof, and everybody else comes out and shows. You know who else showed the proof that Molly was lying? The police department in their investigation. Let's not forget that.
Well, how is YouTube has a purposeful disinformation and misinformation policy? Like
supposedly,
I've seen them ban people for it. I mean it. I've seen people banned for it, right. And they did a 1.6 billion times less than Molly. Molly literally. I mean, how, motherfuckers, how? Oh, she says. I mean, a lot of it's obvious untruths. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is another lie. If you mean this, you can type what the untruths are so that people can look it up and see if you're lying or not. You won't. Until you do, you're just lying on her. And once you do, if you ever, I will fact check to the specifics what you're claiming she's lying about. Because you were calling her out for things constantly that were just bullshit. You were bullshit, not her. Just in the short time I watched you talking about it. And yes, I've seen a little more of it since my last stream, just not a lot. Oh, I know. I mean, I said that. It says, I don't know, but she acts like she knows, and maybe she has a hunch, but she seems sure of it. So, I mean, I summed it up. I just didn't want to read all the rest of it out, because she said, and her new boyfriend, I don't know how she knows, but she's dating, but I think they may just think she has a hunch, but she seems pretty sure of it. Jesus Christ. Accusing Dre of cheating on Marvon while he's in a coma is what they're doing. WYNETT, you know the person, how does anyone not see it? Am I losing my fucking mind, man? How does anyone not see Latisha and Molly and WYNETT, the only people that profited from this whole thing, are in a group chat together, and it just got exposed today. And they've been lying about that this whole time. And it goes against everything they've been saying. And we're just supposed to sit here and go, there's no reason. No, it's because they all did this. How many times have I been looking at the facts of this case over the months and said, why is it that we can look it up and see the truth, and they constantly keep making it the worst possible lie for Dre, and all three of them do it together? And all three of them being Marvon Sr. and WYNETT are one unit. Marvon Sr. and WYNETT are one unit. They are together, live together, they're together. So when WYNETT does something, she's talking to Marvon Sr. She's working with Marvon Sr. So basically WYNETT is Marvon Sr. They're both the same. Just like if Latisha had someone, if one of them, they would be a group that's grouped together.
Tay Kelly asks, YouTube has a legal department. Can't we get someone to contact them with proof?
It would need to be Dre. It would need to be Dre. That's what I've been trying to say. Like, Dre not having a lawyer is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. She could just use her lawyer to contact YouTube Legal, and because of the doxing alone, they would be gone. The doxing alone, they would be gone. But it needs to be someone relevant to the issue. It needs to be someone who, I mean, if it's not somebody relevant to the issue, they're going to say, go report the video. Or they're going to give you a link and they're going to say, go to the YouTube support page and report the video.
And I hope Dre does something. I do, but I also 100% understand her leaving social media to take care of her husband and not
I'm
responding,
not
not
mad at
talking about this
Dre.
stuff.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
know, no. Saying is
Yeah,
though, is
yeah,
that, like,
I know, man.
and now that she's back, you know, if she decides to do this, she has all the support in the world, and on top of that, she's got all the evidence in the world.
Dre, come on. We got your back. Come on. Fuck. Molly's so fucking sure, right? Hit the wrong button. Molly is so sure and all that shit. Okay, then. Call her bluff. Call her fucking bluff. Dre. Go in and call that. Where the fuck is my pointer? Call the fucking bluff. Call the bluff. All the inconsistencies and untruths. I don't know how anybody with any sort of brain cells would believe anything that comes out of that girl's mouth. I mean, it's almost an insult. But you don't back up a single word or any claim you make when that's all we do. You are pure evil, Molly. I really don't care about this girl at all. I feel like I'm fine. My brain cells listening to her. She doesn't know what she's. You don't care about this girl at all. You are jealous as fuck of this girl. And wait until you see what she posted. She doesn't know what she's talking about, and I don't know anybody that can take any of her advice on anything. And I think she's trying to get back into everybody's good graces as if she's who she was like 5 years ago. What are you talking about? If anyone wants to see what Dre's like, they don't listen to you. They don't listen to me. They go watch the videos. Watch her daily videos. She's the same person. What do you mean? What did she do? I don't know. I don't know what Molly's fucking talking about, man. Unless this is just WYNETT and Molly and Latisha getting together, plotting what their next defamation of Dre is going to be, and then Molly goes out and executes it. She just comes off as really fake to me. No, you come off as fucking fake. You do, not Dre. Dre backed up everything she fucking said. She was detailed. She was professional. She talked politely. What did she do wrong? You don't even tell us what she did wrong. This is so fucking evil. You are a fucking bully.
And you can hear, right? So if you go back and watch Dre and listen to her talking about this.
We're watching her after this.
She's really well composed, but you can hear the sadness.
Yes.
And her having to address this absolute evil bullshit.
Let's get through this. I don't know if anybody else gets the same kind of impression from her, but this girl really isn't doing it for me. What the fuck? Who are you?
Who cares?
Miss Princess of the fucking world. For someone that's not doing anything for you, you sure fucking clickbait her name every time. You sure damn sit there and lie and attack her and insult her and defame her and make money off of her and help Latisha scam money with her name and everything else. You know what? She's just in panic mode, Navy. That's what it is. She's in, just like with every other time she's gotten in a controversy, she goes into fucking panic mode, wants to leave YouTube. She leaves for 6 months. Everything calmed down. I'm going to come back. I can't believe anybody let her come back. I can't believe people went over to Molly in the beginning anyway. Like, our whole fucking society is fucked, y'all. The human race is fucked up. It's donezo, bro. Holy shit. I find her interesting. I don't know what everybody's tuning in for exactly. I mean, what exactly do we think is going to happen? So she's just sitting here jealous of the 30,000 concurrent viewers that Dre had, right?
Yeah.
That's what this is. Here's the gross thing. Oh, of course. Here's the gross part. She posts a picture of Marvon. She posts a picture of Marvon and can't even get a couple fucking clicks and comments. That's not all. Dre didn't call names. Molly did. Dre didn't even cuss. Molly did. Dre didn't go on attack. Molly did, says Orion. Thank you, Orion. Thank you.
100%. And like I said, she's very well composed.
Well, definitely. Queen Bella says Dre's come back. Of course she's going to give an explanation. She's doing it with class, not mentioning names, and wants to move them forward. Yeah. Molly cannot even tell us what's wrong. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just agreeing with you 100%.
Okay.
Like,
Can
I was
you tell
amazed.
us-
Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
I was just amazed at her ability to kind of hold it together. You know, it was amazing.
Oh, definitely. That's what's so shocking about seeing Molly write the opposite of reality here, but think that, you know, it's no big deal. Let's go lie about Dre on my Patreon. No big deal. I just hope that when Dre finds out the extent of what these people have done to her, like I'm hoping Dre doesn't know. I'm hoping she's been sheltered and protected. I'm hoping now that she's come back, she's strong enough, because I think she is. I know she is. She's strong enough to face proof of what they did. Does she even know about the video clips I played where they're stealing the money? Do they even know? Or does Dre even know that Latisha ran from the internet after that? Does she even know these things? Like, I would hope to God I'm hoping she doesn't. I'm hoping she learns about it, and then I hope she gets a lawyer. And then I hope she puts out a GoFundMe anytime she needs a dime for it, because I will bring it here and share it. Queen Bee, I know will. I know Nonsense will. I know every clip channel out there will. And then Molly will face her defamation in court. And when she gets sued, all that shit Walter has in his house, and that house is going to go to Dre. It's going to get sold, and it'll pay for Marvon's bills for the rest. Who knows? And if something happens, God forbid, to Marvon and he doesn't get better, it'll pay for Raza's education, clothing, and everything Raza needs for Raza's whole life. That money needs to go to Raza, and not just what Molly made. It needs to be multiplied by damages, emotional damages, professional damages, career damages, you know, brand damage. Molly's done an immense amount of damage to Dre's brand, whether she'll admit it or not. Molly can't say it's not true. Molly is the one that should have to prove the shit she says, not fucking Dre. Dre's got police reports to prove her side. Dre's got all the video clips I've shown to prove her side. Why in the fuck don't you take your own advice, Molly, and go out and prove your side? You're the one lacking evidence. Why do smaller YouTubers, why does Nonsense, newer YouTubers like Nonsense, why do clip channels, why do myself have to fucking do this? Molly thinks we like doing this. Oh, you make money doing this. I make money doing whatever I do, Molly. Go look at UNIRock 2. Go look at the fucking past videos. You're not going to affect me if I move on to a new topic. It's not going to fucking happen. There is another scam waiting. If you don't believe me, go look. Hell, Moist Critical just found one that I want to cover. And it's a damn good story. The house is in Molly's name now. Look, it doesn't matter whose name it's in. That's a delusion that Molly has spread. Unless she's divorced Walter, and if she does, they're going to have to split assets, and then the assets will be in Molly's name. If she's still married to him, then Walter's going to have to pay. It's just a fact.
Yeah, he will. And in your face says, did you hear Molly saying, you can't sue me, I will break you?
Yeah, because she's scared she's going to get sued and she's going to lose everything. She is scared of being sued because she knows she'll lose. She knows that I've tracked all of this, and what I'm showing is backed up by evidence. And if you look at my channel, I challenge anyone to go look at my streams and write down every fucking piece of evidence that would work against Molly for lying on Dre. Because I detail all of it over months. But I can't keep helping Dre if she won't help herself and actually do something. If Dre doesn't care about Molly doing this, we're just going to have to let it go. Now, again, Dre needs time. Dre needs a few months at least, or whatever she needs to get her feet on the ground. And then she's going to have to make a decision whether she actually does something about Molly. The rest of them. And again, she wouldn't have to do anything. The lawyers do it all. Dre wouldn't even have to show up the majority of the time. And if she did, she could do it by Zoom. It would not be an inconvenience. It would be a benefit to her family. It's her money. Dre, factually, that's your money. That was your brand. Molly clickbaited your brand using family members. You're not allowed to do that. She used family members that were lying about you and Marvon. Didn't even know you. Those people did not know you, but they went on Molly's panel as experts in you and Marvon's life. Was that Justice says, just thought Dre's probably has all of her money tied up in caring for Vaughn, so that would be a factor in why she doesn't have a lawyer right now. Like I said, she doesn't have to use her money to have a lawyer. She has an entire massive community of people that'll pay for her lawyer. And that's, no, they won't bail on her. They'll be there for her till the end. I don't do fundraisers. I've never done a fundraiser, right? I would share her fundraiser to a community of people that I've never done a fundraiser for. I've only shared a couple in the past. WYNETT gave me this picture because she said earlier that Marvon never wanted to see his family, never went down there, and WYNETT said it was a total lie. It is true. If your picture is one picture from 2014, for God's sakes, you dummy, it proves Dre right. That was before Dre and Marvon were together. That was before they were together. So you just proved Dre right, WYNETT. Why is Dre what Dre's not like you and LATISHA and Molly. She's not going to sit and talk about what she doesn't know about. She's going to talk about her life with Marvon. That's all we expect her to. And by you posting a picture from before you guys got together, before Dre and Marvon got together, and saying that that's some kind of proof Dre's lying, it's proof she's telling the truth, dipshit. I'm not a good guy. I'm a bad guy. I just want to see the right thing done. Because this is really bad. It's not even an argument of morals. You know, we've gotten on YouTube and argued morals and ethics before. We've argued philosophy before. We've argued religion and atheism and Christianity before, right? And we've had these complex arguments and shit way back in the day. And this is nothing like that, because this isn't even a question. This is pure evil. This is purely wrong. So there doesn't have to be an argument of ethics. I don't have to get up here and say, we need to prove that this is wrong. No, I just need to prove that they're doing this because it's wrong by nature. It's wrong at its core, right? Even I said that was a total lie. It's not a lie. It's not a fucking total lie. You fucking idiot. He was excited to go see his family and he hadn't talked to them for a long time. Why wouldn't he call him then, dummy? He didn't call him for a reason. But by the way, you're lying on Marvon. We have video clips to back it up. We've already done this, Molly. We've already done this. I already have videos on this channel playing Marvon talking about his family, talking about how he doesn't want to see them. And yeah, some of the cousins, some of the sisters and brothers, he wants to see, but he didn't want to see LATISHA. That's a fact. And I don't know about his father. I didn't ever track Marvon Sr. because Marvon Sr. I thought wasn't pushing. It was Molly and LATISHA. Now I find out WYNETT's right in there with them. Makes perfect sense, though. That's why he went and got that camper. Remember, there was that girl, but that's why he didn't do it. Why do you think he did what he did? Why do you think he did what he did? There was no new drama between him and Dre. Him and Dre were arguing about the fact that he didn't want to see LATISHA. And she was trying to talk him into doing it. The videos are there, Molly. You can lie about them all you want. It won't work. There was that girl that went out to eat with them and they were staying at a hotel or something. I don't even remember. WYNETT said it was a total lie. Remember, that was a girl that went out to eat and they were staying at a hotel or something. I don't even remember. All the stores are up there getting all jumbled up. That pic breaks my heart. I have to watch your stream and get caught up. Sure it does. Breaks your heart, does it? You really looked at that and felt something in your chest, did you? While you're sitting in a live chat bashing his wife, that picture broke your heart, right? Bashing his wife didn't break your heart. All of that Patreon post was a complete and total fucking lie. Just a complete and total fabrication of reality.
Says, notice they didn't give a shit to hear how Vaughn was doing.
Oh, never. Never. They don't give a fuck about Vaughn. Vaughn is just money to them. Just like Dre. Just like the kids. It's just money to these people. You want to sit and talk about how Marvon wanted to see his family so bad. Why didn't he? Why didn't he? In all those years, WYNETT went and looked everywhere in the house, dug through all the pictures and proof that they had, and the newest picture she could find was from 2014 before he was even with Dre. And Dre said he doesn't want to see his family. He didn't want to talk to his family. It was the truth. I've got Marvon saying it. Cherie, I have a mission for you, and I'm so sorry. I don't know if any other mods want to help. Can you go to Missing Puzzle Pieces, and can you find Marvon? There is videos there where Marvon is talking about his family. Will you please grab them and put them in the bottom of General if you can while we're watching this, because I want to play them for everybody.
I feel like the restriction is a...
That's the reason that they spun the controlling wife narrative, and it was a lie narrative. You're right. You're right, P. It wasn't true. Dre encouraged him to see his family, and he was against it the whole time from the beginning. Fact. Ooh, orangey.
is a lifesaver. I mean, think about a bird in a cage. Yeah, they're going to feel restricted. But when they see that there's a big, huge kitty outside of the cage ready to pounce on the bird as soon as he flies out, well, then it's not really restrictive. It's a protection. And that's how I see it. Think about the Garden of Eden. No, like for real. Think about the Garden of Eden. Like Adam and Eve created. What did God make for them to consume? Trees, the fruit of the trees, you know.
Animals, the trees.
All that. That's what was given to consume. Imagine them eating a Chick-fil-A burger. Or, no, it's not a burger. Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich.
No. God gave them animals too. And Adam named the animals.
Well, just imagine, you know, you're eating McDonald's.
I want to imagine I'm eating a big fish or a big steak.
How foreign would those
I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I'm not a vegan.
ingredients be to fresh creation? You know, like that's very, very foreign.
Why was the fruit then? Why was the knowledge of good and evil a piece of fruit then? I'm just kidding.
The fact that we were created
I'm just giving her shit.
to eat plants and...
I agree with her. I think we were created to eat plants, but we were also created to consume certain animals. Hooved animals, bovines is what the Bible says. Hooved animals, I don't know if it says we can eat pigs or not. I forget.
Herbs
You'd
and
know,
have
maybe.
the herbs to heal our bodies. Like we
Yeah,
have
according
everything.
to Jewish law, you can't eat. You're not supposed to eat pigs. Like
That's from
pork.
the
Pork is
original
good.
Bible, correct? The Old Testament.
The Torah, yeah, the Torah and the original Jewish aspect, because they roll around in their own feces.
I'm just interested in the Old and New Testament, but I get what you're saying.
On this earth for our...
Is the Torah the Old Testament?
Torah is one of the 3 books of the Old Testament, yes. And
Okay.
you can eat hooven animals. You can't eat animals with a split hoof.
Yeah. Cows have a split hoof?
No, they have one. They have just a regular, just plain hoof,
Oh yeah, you're right.
like horses. Yeah.
bodies. And I truly believe that.
No, actually, no, cows do. I'm trying to remember. There was the thing about pigs that it turned out it had to do with the fact that they rolled around in their own feces.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And that is the route that I take. And if you don't have the same views, that's okay. You're allowed. You could say, screw plant-based, I'm gonna be a carnivore. And I meet carnivores. Oh yeah, I wanted...
Yeah. See, respect other people's lifestyles. What in the world is wrong with this woman, for God's sakes? I just don't know what the hell, like, you know, like, what in the world is wrong with Dre? Like, she respects other people's opinions. You can disagree with her if you want. She will respect you having a different opinion than her. Respect you having a different religion than her. She wants to live her family and her life how she wants and wants you to live it how you want. I mean, this is looking really bad for Molly Golightly. I do not see a controlling, murderous, poisoner, and all the things she described this woman as. I see her as the same person I saw in video after video after live stream after live stream after live stream.
to say about my nails, though, this is not no evil eye. I forgot to say that. Like, my nails are...
Those are hearts, not evil eyes. Don't listen to the chat. The chat is not...
Well, okay, so right fast. Even if it was evil eyes are not bad. The name is a misunderstanding. An evil eye is actually a positive thing to have.
True, sure. And you know, the whole pineal gland eye thing, the single eye in the head and all that. So, People just have different opinions, I guess, but they just pour things into live chats that are just so out of this world.
So ombre. And then I was like, ooh, I'm feeling blue. I want blue. And so then we decided to put a heart in the middle, and she has the same. Anyways, here we go. Also, I just want to say
she is a good live streamer when it comes to women, when it comes to families, when it comes to family content. She knows what she's doing. It's why she's so successful. She doesn't have a fake following.
And she's also very likable, right?
That's what I mean, definitely. Yeah. Cute, pretty, likable, bubbly. These are the words I use to describe her. If I look at Molly, vile, nasty, negative, evil, liar, sociopath, manipulator, thief. These are like no arguments to have. Those are words that describe Molly. I've got the videos on my damn tab to back up every one of those statements. From her literally stealing someone's wages. And I've looked. I can't find Dre doing any of this. I found Dre going to Mexico with Marvon to buy drugs. Yep. Marvon and Dre both made a mistake doing that. I have criticized them heavily for it. But the thing is, when Molly talks about that, she wants you to think that Dre did it. It was Dre and Marvon. Dre and Marvon. Not just Dre. Marvon made the mistake too. But that's just a mistake. That's what it is. You know, they didn't do it again. You can only find them doing it once. I'm glad they didn't do it again. I'm hoping they learned from it. I'm hoping someone talked to him and said, you can't do this stuff.
There's going to be, also, I just want to say, because I keep thinking of stuff, but like, it needs to be said, dude.
E-begging BBC calls. That's Molly. I can't find Dre doing any of that. I can't find Dre doing it. I can find her kissing her husband and telling her every time they kiss, they have to kiss 3 times. They got to tell each other they love each other. You know how I know this stuff? Because I actually watched all of the content of Molly and Dre. And I'm going to tell you right now, you do not want to search Molly Golightly and look at all of the most extreme stuff she's done. But I will help you, though, because I'm uploading a video about the history of Molly Golightly very soon. The word very is not what you think it is when it applies to my uploads.
Me, you know, last night on Facebook, I did a 2-hour update. It was not even, bro.
I'm just so glad to see her back. Do you realize how much better she probably felt once she went live and realized that she has all this massive support? 20,000 people. The majority of all of it was positive. It's incredible. It was like, wasn't it 30 at one point? I could be wrong, but
it was not.
That doesn't even count.
Yes,
that's not counting what she had on TikTok and stuff like that too, because she still shrank.
Oh, you're absolutely right, man. Good to see you, John. And yes, you do have to sing to your wife a few songs a day. Flowers, got to give her a kiss, got to rub her feet, all those things.
Jumping all over the place. But like, I didn't even know where to start. I felt it in my heart so strongly that this is the time. That this is when I need to go live. I felt it so strongly.
I believe her. I believe it. See, what is Molly talking about? Her being a liar and inconsistencies and all this stuff. Like, look at how much we've watched. 16 minutes of this one stream. I've seen some of the other one, by the way. Just a little bit of this one. But, 16 minutes. And all of it has been concise, professional, happy, positive, to the point, truthful. And the difference between Molly and Dre is that when Dre is speaking, you can tell that she is pulling from her memory and she's pulling from truth. Yes. Molly's the opposite. When Molly speaks, you can tell she's making shit up, pulling from her imagination, making shit up, and she's being negative. They're the polar opposite. Beauty, ugliness. Positivity, negativity. Giving, theft. Selflessness, absolute selfishness. Empathy, narcissism. I mean, and this side is Molly. This side is not Dre, it's Molly. The evil one is the one attacking. She's attacking, calling names, putting down. Dre refuses to even say their names. What has she done wrong?
It was after I left my doctor's appointment. It was after I said a prayer. I was on the phone with my friend because I was crying after I left.
When has Molly ever said a prayer? When has Molly ever said a prayer?
She likes to clutch that rosary, though.
Well, Molly, the only prayer she's ever said was when she was in the damn jail cell screaming for Walter.
It's heavy. It's heavy. Although
And giving up her kid.
Let me show everybody Molly saying a prayer real quick. Let me show you Molly saying a prayer real fast, okay? Here's Molly when she says her prayers. Compared to, you just heard Dre. Now I want you to hear Molly.
You want to just fuck me in my ass with no lube. You want to kill me, don't you? Why?
Okay, I am going to play you this clip of Molly, and then I want you to tell me if Dre has ever done anything like this, okay? So you've got Dre taking care of her kids, feeding her kids, making food for her kids, teaching her kids, being with their kids, streaming with their kids, every day with their kids. What do you think Molly's about to do, guys? Would it shock you if I said that she's trying to trade her kid into trafficking to police officers as an exchange to get out of jail? Would you believe me? Would you believe me? So if you've never heard, if you don't know about this, I want you to do me a favor. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Am my chat gonna lock up? God, I'm dumb. There it is. End Q&A. Because, yes, I want to end the damn Q&A because I want to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll and only answer if you don't know the answer to this, if this is new for you. What if I told you Molly wanted to trade her son into trafficking to get out of jail? Would you believe me? Believe it's a lie. Vote. And then I'm going to play it. I just want to, it's going to be a short vote. $17 votes. None of you believe Molly wouldn't do this? Come on, there's got to be a Molly supporter in the audience. Got to be a Molly supporter out there. Come on. I can't tell who hits the yes or no. It's perfectly fine to vote it's a lie. It's perfectly fine. Okay, we got a Molly supporter out there. Good. Out of 46 votes. Any more votes? Okay, couple more Molly supporters. It's a lie. Molly would never offer to trade her son to the cops to get out of jail, right? She would never do that. UNIRock is a liar. That vicious, lying, defaming UNIRock. Molly would never offer her son to the police as a trade to get out of jail, thinking that the cops do this because, she's heard that the cops will trade kids around, for favors. So let's see if she does it or not.
Why do you want to do this to me? I'm fucking wrong. But I feel good about myself. That's something you can't take away from me. There's nothing you can ever say that's going to make me be like, oh, no. Well, I'm very proud, and I stick to what I'm doing. You might not approve of the way I do things. I didn't ask for your approval. Take everything I have. Take my house. Please, everything. Take my kids.
Okay, can you guys please get me the clip of Dre offering her children as a trade to get out of jail or for any other material thing or any favor? Oh, she's never done that. Well, then why in the hell are we believing Molly? I mean, it's a damn good point.
UNIRock says there's a clip of Molly mocking preachers. Yeah. Yeah,
but for some reason, whoever put it in uploaded it into Discord instead of dropping a link to it, so I can't play it for everybody. I can only play them the audio. Let me download it. But yeah, if you do drop clips like that, try to give me a link. Because if you do it like that, I'm going to have to download it and it can cause some issues of me trying to play it. So I'm just letting you know, just so I can play the stuff you say. Okay, this one's working. Okay.
So, all you fine people. Now we got. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to preach y'all right now that in your mind you have the control over your destination, over your story, over your truth, and what.
See what I mean? Like, she's saying prayers, Molly is mocking it. I mean, I think we can tell what's going on here.
Oh, it's good to, be in counseling, and it's good to, talk to.
I'm just waiting for Dre to offer to trade one of her kids as a get out of jail free card. And then when the cop's like, sure, Molly's like, okay, go get my kid. He's at this address. Right? She's sitting there playing Xbox, cops kicking the door. It's that FBI meme where the FBI kicked the door in and they're breaking the potted plants and they run up to him and he's sitting there playing video games, right? And they're like, come on, Jake. And Jake's like, why? I'm playing video games. What are you doing, officer? Your mom just traded you to us, but so she could get out of jail tonight because she stole money, someone's wages, and we were going to arrest her. You've got to be kidding me. Mother would never do that to me.
To someone when
Yep, she did.
sometimes when you go through those appointments, it's heavy because you're talking about something that's weighing so big, so it can get exhausting and hard. And that's dude. And before that appointment, my heart, my chest, it had been hurting for a few days, because of
Hey, Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Have we ever played another creator offering to trade their kid for get out of jail free card?
It was a first for me.
It's a first. It's a
yeah,
first.
I've never seen it.
the situations going on with my husband being in the hospital and for the reasons why he's there. Whew. So I was really bothered. So I called my friend and I was like, can I...
What did she just say?
Going on with my husband being in the hospital and for the reasons why he's there.
Okay, so she's talking about Marvon being in the hospital and the reasons he's in.
So I was really bothered. So I called my friend and I was like, can I...
She's shaking, Navy. Like, she starts to shake. And you can see the tension in her neck, in her collars, in her hands, in her face. And Molly said that she was, like, false. Here, let me slow this down, this part. So that you can actually look at her body language. Because Molly's trying to... Again, Molly just posted to Patreon and did an entire stream saying that Dre's lying. She's faking it all. But every single person that watches this gets upset because they actually... Dre accurately and correctly conveys human emotion equal to what she went through in what she says.
I need to talk to you, but I need to tell Jehovah first. So can I pray and you listen? She was like, yeah. So then I prayed and she was able to...
No. You know she's telling the truth. You know she's being real. And the thing is, we know that she really... what's the claim? That she wouldn't be upset with Marvon in a coma right now? That's what Molly's trying to say. Molly's trying to say that Dre isn't really upset that Marvon is in a coma. And I could go as far as to say, wouldn't any wife be upset that their husband's in a coma?
Well, we got to remember, though.
Murderer or something?
Right, but the thing is, though, is that what Dre does and what she's doing is what a mother does, right? This has happened, and she has to be the rock because she has kids, right? Not only the son she has, Raza, with Dre, or with Marvon, but she also has her two daughters. Who Marvon has said in the clips are like his kids. They see him as their father,
said it
right?
too. They said it too,
Right.
and if you watch those clips, the live streams, it's there. Like Marvon is home taking care of them every day for what, 10 years or was it 9? I mean, those kids were super young.
Yeah.
When Marvon first came into their life, they were very little. So that they've known, all they've remembered probably is Marvon.
To know what
But she has to be a rock.
And then
right. I'm just saying she has to be the source of strength for them. And and now you're hearing when she's actually talking about this, the wavering in her voice. Because now she's able to actually allow her emotions to come out where she can't do this in front of the kids. Right? She has to be that staunch, rock of strength for them. Otherwise,
she still has to be so upset though. Like she still has to be so affected, right?
after that, I was like,
yeah, oh yeah, of course.
I kind of feel like I need to go back live. And I told her what I'm feeling, and she's like, I agree. Like this, it would be good. I understand, And then it was like, okay, well, tell the ladies that it might, well, I didn't tell her that, but she went and informed the ladies. And then I knew that I'm not going to want to go live until I talk.
What do you think happened here? I was just thinking about this, Navy. Like, why is there video of this? Is this like body cam footage or something?
Oh yeah, it's a camera footage from the cops.
How would it get released? Somebody file something to get it or something
It's
like
a
that?
FOIA request. Yeah, you can do a FOIA request for like all that body cam footage and anything that happens in those cases. is up to FOIA request. So yeah, and as long as they're adults, yeah.
Okay, so wouldn't like this kind of be like body cam footage in a way?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like obviously the cops either they have body cams on. Like I don't remember. I haven't seen the video in a while. So it's either body cam footage.
So it's just like right. Yeah. No, it's all good. Okay.
So we saw it happen with Shia LaBeouf was Shia LaBeouf, whatever you want to call him, same thing.
Sure. My point that I was going to make though is maybe this is why Molly played Dre's body cam footage in such a nasty way, because she's embarrassed about her body cam footage being out there and she's trying to take it out on Dre or something. Like
I could 100% see that. Yeah. I mean, we talked about how jealous she is of Dre and all this kind of stuff, and how she like literally spends her entire time trying to tear her down. And the thing is, Molly has this body cam footage that you've shown where she's acting a fool. She was drunk. You know, she's making all these wild ass claims because she's drunk, and is acting the way no adult should. Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
and so
that could
that makes sense that she would.
It's like a way to try to put on Dre. But the thing is, Dre's isn't embarrassing. In order to embarrass Dre, you have to make fun of her and insult her and stuff. And Cherie says, could you imagine the distress that she's been trying to deal with, just dealing with the shit from Molly, let alone still trying to cope with looking after her husband and the kids? And that's what I'm trying to ask myself, if Dre even knows. Because we do know that Dre's friends are the only way that she gets information about the internet. Like, she has friends that she doesn't watch it, so.
Someone was telling me earlier in the live chat that she has Molly blocked, and so she's very aware of Molly, and I'm sure that one of her friends is keeping tabs on what she does. I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, I know, but I doubt that Dre has been properly informed on anything more than maybe just the basics of what Latisha did. Like, I wouldn't doubt that Dre doesn't even know about the video clips I showed of the money being siphoned on stream, because like that just blows people's minds. You'd never think, you know, Latisha got screwed royally. Like one of the biggest parts of a fraud raiser, factually, is taking the money into a bank account. And what you want to do is hide that. Like people that run fraud raisers want to hide what bank account, what personal account, not the collection account, but the personal account that a fundraiser is deposited to, because that's the easiest way to determine that someone's taking money. There should be no reason when you're taking the money into a Cash App or a PayPal that you have, like, because that money can go straight to the lawyer from that account. That it going into Latisha's account is an unnecessary step that was done, as we know, so that number one, she could steal the money, and number two, so that she would not have to give refunds. Right now, here's the deal. Molly screwed Latisha. Latisha might not even have known that she was being live streamed at that time. It's possible. I mean, it was late at night. Maybe she thought that the live streams were over or whatever. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe she did. But the point is, maybe she wasn't thinking about it because she'd never done any type of thing like a fundraiser scam before. But, you know, Molly made sure that Dre... Molly made sure that Dre has... If Dre goes to court against Latisha, she's got everything she needs in video form. Like, Molly was so dumb, she put into video form everything she needs to lock Latisha up for taking all that money. Right? The only thing that really could be... Now, unless Dre may know something that we don't know. By the way, actually, I bet you Dre does know something that we don't know. Right? Thank you, Chelsea. Make sure you subscribe to UNIRock too, because this is the live streams, the long stuff, the short stuff, the commentary videos goes to UNIRock too. Much easier to watch those. Just, you know, so you're subscribed there if you want to be. But it's very possible that Dre, because she did file the report on Latisha to the police and the FBI, that she knows maybe she's been in contact with them. You know, maybe she knows something that we don't. And of course she would. If they're investigating.
I would probably guarantee one thing is that the friends of her, like she may have said, like, I'm stepping away. I don't want to know about this stuff from social media, which is probably what she did because she wanted to be able to. Yeah, but she wouldn't be able to step away
as the person that filed the report, though. She would have to be the one dealing with those reports.
Right, which you knew at the time. but I guarantee you she has a friend out there or a couple that are probably databasing all this stuff for her when she's ready
that's
to do
already
what she gotta
known.
do, right?
Dre straight said that. Or someone did. I don't know who it was. Somebody said that. Like, that's pretty much known information that I thought came from Dre, that there's a friend that's collecting everything, tracking everything, and Dre has access, but that friend is trying not to upset Dre and only expose her to what she needs. Yeah, that's already been established.
To my parents
So
first,
she's
and I
good to
get
go.
their blessing. And I did. And my mom's really hurt. And I just want to ask because...
Okay. Here's the part where Molly screams and says, yeah, right. Why is your mom hurt? Or why is your mom hurt now? Like she's lying. Straight up.
Eventually I am going to be, posting a video with my,
Much better. Turn this up.
Mom.
Oh.
I'm just hoping that people respect her, no matter what you feel about me. Like, and that's the thing. If you...
Dre, it's the internet. Not gonna happen. Some people aren't going to.
Love Vaughn, if you care about my children, like people acted like...
They don't. If I really feel that Dre might not know about some of the more horrible things people do out there.
They did or do, then you would also not hurt the person that's taking care of them, which is why it's like, I'll never understand how there will be, two parents putting each other down or one parent bashing the other parent.
Okay, so when Dre said this, because I saw this part earlier, when Molly was watching Dre say this, she said, "This doesn't make any sense. What is Dre saying? I can't even follow her." And everything Dre just said is obvious. Like, it's so simple.
Yeah.
That takes care of their...
It's because Molly's an idiot, so...
Sure.
Child full time, like...
And because she's just trying to insult Dre and put her down. She doesn't want her audience focusing in on certain points, so she makes a big deal to distract from the points.
If you love
what
your
she's trying to do, what she's trying to do is, because we said this before, that Dre is very likable. You watch her long enough, and you're like, I associate.
Then you're not going to bash their mom,
definitely.
especially in front of them. That's not showing love to them because those children love their mom. Those children.
You're right, Dre, and it is a reason why they don't care about the kids and they don't care about Marvon.
You don't.
I used the example earlier. I said if my friend and his wife, if I was talking to both of them, and out of the blue I just start insulting his wife or insulting him, and then constantly doing it to him, I am disrespecting wife. I'm disrespecting the other of the couple. If I'm being nasty, hateful, rude, unprofessional, like if I want to argue with them and I want to do it in a normal way, it wouldn't be disrespectful in my opinion, unless it's unnecessary.
Also,
but that's what they're doing to Dre. Is they're and Marvon, I'm sorry, they're doing that to Marvon. They're treating his wife like absolute shit, lying on her, just making fun of her, just putting her down, and then trying to pretend that they care about Marvon. It's insane. It's illogical. It doesn't work. It's not true.
Anyway, normally I'm known for like blocking people.
That's your prerogative. Do it. Block anyone you don't. Anyone that's talking shit, block them. Who cares?
That's okay. You still finished at a good. Directed at me.
So she's talking to her child.
Live with them. Okay, so just ignore the bad comments. Okay, I have to. Like, they're not even directed at y'all. They're directed at me. So if it bothers you, just swipe it because I know it's hard to see those comments. I get it.
Like Dre's sitting here tolerating people that have been lied to by Molly and Latisha and WYNETT, attacking her while she's doing this. Like, people are vile, dude. People are straight vile.
The one thing about Dre that this tells me in watching this and watching her react to this is that she knows what she's doing is right. And what she's telling everybody is that, yes, these are directed to me. And while they are hurtful and they are evil comments, like she's letting them flow off her back like a duck on water, right? Letting water flow off because
don't let it bother you.
But again, it just also goes to show.
Well, because she knows that what she's doing is the right thing for the family. And so when you know that what you're doing is the right thing, those comments aren't going to hurt you.
Absolutely.
And all that has nothing to do with me. The way other people act, that's not me. Other people are accountable for their own actions. Other people are accountable for the things that they say.
That's what I always say. There it is, Dre.
Amen.
When someone else is being negative and evil, that only says something about them, regardless if they're talking about you, because you're not the one making the choice to do it. They are. It's based on choice. It's
I'm here
based
now,
on who's
so
choosing.
I left the internet for so many reasons, but I'm back and I'm not leaving again. So they can say whatever they want, bad or good. Pull up a seat.
You know what you need to do? Blow it the fuck up. Blast past 1 million. Bring it back. Do it right. Do it hard. Get in there. Get yourself a social media manager to help you like grow and spiral it out and become an entity, become a brand.
Because I ain't going nowhere. Okay, boo?
That's right, boo. Right, boo boo.
When the rumor came
Her shirt says good vibes. I just figured it out. I couldn't read it backwards. It says good vibes.
out that my husband had passed, I'm just like, bro, y'all still believe anything that comes out of these people's mouths? Like, it's just...
Exactly. There it is. I got to record this. All right. I'm going to record. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
When the rumor came out that my husband had passed, I'm just like, bro, y'all still believed anything that comes out of these people's mouths? Like, it's just crazy. Like, y'all are better than that. You guys are better. You, and not you, like the majority of people watching me. It's not at all.
People are better than that. And Dre, I hope that, you know, all of us banding together to debunk them and instantly show that the information came from themselves and they recirculated the information to try to reaffirm it, proving that it wasn't real, it wasn't true. Hopefully she's happy about that. Because she just said it. This is why Molly's so fucking mad. Some of the stuff that she addresses is taking things Molly has done through this whole thing and just completely dissing Molly. She just dissed Molly so hard.
Without saying her name.
I love it. Yes, and Molly needs her to say her name. Molly needs it because that would make Molly so happy if Dre said her name.
No, and I see the amount of support that I have.
I mean, she ain't gonna do it.
My heart, man. Thank you for that.
We got your back, Dre.
Thank you. It really...
We might criticize you here or there, but that's because we want to see you succeed, just like I criticized Molly in the beginning because I wanted to see her succead. I did realize very quickly there was no way she could succeed because she's her own downfall.
It does mean a lot to me that you guys want to hear me, you know?
That's right.
But because the negativity was so profound, right now, especially in the beginning, I need to address it.
Hit it.
Eventually, once some time has passed and certain videos that I want to do are out, then we're just going to refer, hey, if you want to update on this, go watch this video.
There you go. That's what I do all the time, right? Someone yeah.
No, it's the same thing you tell others who criticize you. Make a video, right?
Well,
it's literally what you tell everybody, right?
LB tried to say I was lying when I talked about Dre a few days ago, right? And that's all she did. He's a liar, right? And all of my videos are here. All of my videos are on UNIRock too. I've already made sure to go in and do the work that proves I'm not lying. So it's like when the videos are there, when you have the proof there that LB, if she really feels I'm a liar, she can pull those videos and prove I'm a liar, and she doesn't, and instead just sits and talks. That's exactly what Molly's doing. She's just saying it. She can't prove it. She can't bring facts or truth. She just says it.
You know, that way that in time, it's just the things that I normally talk about.
She didn't specify what I was lying about. Just called me a liar on Twitter and tried to just that liar and that. Because I was talking about Dre, she probably tuned into my stream because she's a regular viewer. And she got pissed and tweeted something about me lying because she wants to still push this kind of thing somehow, that they have videos or that they have God knows what they think they have. And that's what it is about Molly too. What does Molly think that she has? Because she doesn't have videos. She doesn't have video evidence to back up a single thing that's come out of her mouth. She doesn't even have videos showing Dre exhibiting behaviors that back up things that she's trying to imply. And these are things that we have, oh my God, I can't even state it, mountains of for each of these liars. And I hope what Dre's done is teach people that people get lax. Good people get what's the word I'm looking for? Lazy. I do it all the time. I don't know if I'm a good person or not, but I do get lazy. And I got to motivate myself, right? And when you're lazy, sometimes or a lot of the time or however you want to say it, when you get lazy, what you'll end up doing is you'll get caught up in something because you're not working to keep yourself sharp. So someone like Molly can yank you in. Somebody can yank you in by using the tactics. It's why those tactics are used. I always tell people, like when LB first had her issue, I always told her, don't use those tactics. They are extremely temporary. They're only going to help you for a very short amount of time. When people see the truth, you're done. But the difference is they're going to remember how much you lied to them, and they're not going to let you get them again. So you want to pull people in by doing good. Yeah, they might not watch. They might stop watching for a while. But the minute you're doing something good, again in the future, now you've got those people coming in and the people from before. And then it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. I've heard from so many people in the last 2 months since I started doing my show all the time again, regularly. They're like, dude, I was waiting on this. It's the only thing I was waiting on. Now that you're regular, I'm back. And, I've been checking in on that topic. I think it is actually a good topic and shit like this, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to do it, but we were live for 3 hours earlier. We've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes now, and that's not good because it'll be impossible for people to watch the replay. Tomorrow, I'm going to make sure we're more concise and we're more ready for you so that we can keep it shorter. Navy, man. Oh, man, I can't believe it went so late. I wanted to get Nick in. Let's do that tomorrow if we can. Nick, Spackle, anyone else. Let's try to get him in tomorrow. Is that cool?
100%.
You know what we can do? Last time we had like a stream where we had conversations and stuff. Let's do that, right? Okay. We can react. We can watch stuff. We could watch a reaction to this or whatever while we do that. But let's just get some people in. Yeah, that'd be good. I feel bad.
Now we can do both. We can do a reaction to Dre's videos and what she says, and we can do a reaction to Molly's reaction to Dre's as well. And that way, because the thing is, like, people ask, like, why not just put Dre out there, let her do her thing and all this kind of stuff. We do, but part of the thing is that there's a scam going on. There is a huge scam.
Yeah, we address fraud raisers. We address scams, and for some reason, Molly thinks that she can just sit here and do this to Dre. Yep, and not answer a thing about the money that they all took. And remember, all through her Dre stuff, up until Latisha ran and absconded with that money, it was always about that money every stream for months. But what changed? Well, the minute that Latisha ran away, all of a sudden Molly didn't want to do that topic anymore, right? I want to skip through Molly's video before we go offline.
There's gonna be also
I want to see like how Molly goes forward in it. Come on, reload.
And he did that to me yesterday night.
It's so funny. Oh my God, Navy. I thought people were joking when they said that Molly started doing her makeup real crazy as Dre went on, but they weren't fucking joking, bro.
So cute. Term of endearment, right?
She's literally copying her at the same time. Like, it is so, like, her obsession with Dre is next level, bro.
Like, she is a lolcow. She has solidified herself as a lolcow. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anybody so willing to show how jealous they are of another person on YouTube.
I text back, she's like, I am bawling my eyes out. Not only is he batting his eyelashes, look at his lips. He's trying to pucker. And I go back and watch the video, and you can see Fawn's lips. Like,
5 more, babes.
You can't tell me that.
See what she's doing? 5 more, babes. Guess what, Molly? Your text messages came up showing that you were asking people to do this. You're not fooling us. None of that support that you were getting is real. None of the support is real that you're getting. You had your freaking hardcore people. You demanded that they send members and shit throughout this stream. But you forgot to turn off Do Not Disturb.
What? Are you kidding me?
He's trying to make out with you, girl. Esa loca.
You're going to call her crazy for talking about Marvon, huh?
No one. No one.
What the fuck is this? Basement Rocks General. Oh, that's her. Okay.
No, sweetheart. No one wishes for his demise. Not a
You have
one.
the best pause game in
You're
all of
disgusting for
YouTube,
thinking
I'm
that.
telling you.
I know.
No one ever wished for his demise.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You, Latisha, and Marvon Sr. were saying that she should pull the cord. It was evil that she was keeping him alive. Do I have to pull these clips? You said it very prolifically. Many people were shocked by it. Most of the community still remembers.
A lot of us think he's better off. He's suffering in that bed forever.
See, you just said it. You just said, no, we don't want him to die. And then you said, yeah, we think he's better off dead. He's suffering in that bed. You can't even tell the truth, but you're saying that Dre can't tell the truth. You're contradicting yourself. Dre didn't contradict herself at all. It's like everywhere you go, Molly is just lying. Oh my God, look at what happened. Look at Dre compared to you. Look at Dre compared to you. You don't even know how to do makeup. I bet your makeup is that real expensive shit. Dre's was basic makeup. She said, I got this from Walmart while she was doing some stuff, like naming the brands. I bet you're using, like, I don't know, Valencia makeup or something.
That is, like, sad and hurtful. It's a lie that great grandma has dementia. That is like, oh, I could not believe that was put out there. It's like, no, she doesn't. She has a good...
And it's funny because look, she says Molly's name and waves with a little heart face.
memory. She has a vivid memory. And why would you want that? I feel like you need to be careful what you speak on about anything. That's just my personal...
Oh, she's getting pissed, Navy. Look at her sucking down whatever the hell's in that cup. She's trying her best not to eat, so she's drinking.
You don't want to manifest it. You don't want to make it
Mostly
reality.
on
Why
a
would you
juice
want that?
diet.
For someone who raised your child to have that, to make up a lie about that, that's... This is why I protect my husband the way that I do. This is why you can bash... Other people can bash me all they want. As long as Vaughn's good, I'm good. Say whatever you want. That's okay. That's okay. But if
See, look how mad she is. Sitting there getting called out by
she's
Dre. Dre's
about to
calling
crunch
her
that
out.
cup up. Yep.
Oh my God, Dre, you just got like plus 200 respect points.
affected and my children are affected, that's when we have a problem.
Oh, she just made Molly sit and seethe in rage.
And that's where I need to make sure I do whatever I can to continue to protect him. But so much of what...
God, I'm so glad that Molly fucking exposed herself. So let's talk about that for 2 seconds, just so in case you came in late, I can catch you up. How did Molly drop a nuclear bomb on herself? Let me tell you. Okay, so for those of you that followed along over the past X amount of months, you know what the story is. I don't have to repeat all of that again. You can go to the beginning of the stream and I give a full explanation. I'm going to give the short version. But Molly told us that after Latisha siphoned the money out of the accounts, that Latisha absconded and changed her number. We all heard this. We were all sitting here like, why isn't Molly mad at Latisha for stealing all that money and not filing to help Marvon and the kid? You guys know this. I know. I'm boring you. I'm repeating myself. What happened was you saw Molly right there. There's a second reason I showed that video. Not only did I want to see Molly seethe, but I wanted to show you that her phone is in the corner. And if you zoom in on that phone and you look at it, there are many times when text messages go through to Molly. And they pop down off the top of the phone and they say what people are talking about. Well, number one, Molly was exposed to having a group of people that were ordering others to join her channel and gift things to Molly. So you know when Molly gets all that support throughout certain streams, some of it just ain't natural. A lot of people will talk about priming the pump, where people send super chats to themselves to try to trigger the audience to give money. I think this is a little more than that because they're in a group and they're actively talking about it while she's live. So there's a group of people that are like, okay, send a message. Tell this person to member. And it pops up right on the screen. Molly can't say it's not true. Molly needs to address why she is priming her memberships, super chats, and support inorganically while she's doing her videos. But there was something even more sinister that popped up on the screen and I believe it was near the end of it, or it was in the end of the clip I saw from Forget About It's channel. But it was a group text, a texting group. And I've got one with some family. If you want, you can add several people to a single group and send text messages. And if I send a text to that group, each person gets that text. So whoever texts, it creates a line of the multiple people instead of just one-on-one. You can have 3, you can have 5, you feel me? Well, the 3 people in that group end up exposing that Molly's been lying about what's been going on, at least since Latisha left. But I don't think even since Latisha left, because it's such a big lie and it goes so hard against her narrative about the fundraiser. I think it does expose it all the way back to the beginning of the fundraiser, because we all wondered how Molly got family members to agree to betray Marvon, betray Dre, show up on her show. We asked ourselves, what is motivating people to choose money over Marvon? They don't know if Marvon's going to wake up, and if he finds out what they've done, he's never going to speak to him for the rest of their lives. Like, they're literally choosing to roll the dice here, and what they're doing is extremely disrespectful. No family is going to say that it's okay to do what they've done. If you ask family members, hey, if you went into a coma, would you be okay with like second cousins and people that had been disconnected from you your entire life, raising lots of money, keeping it and selfishly spending it on themselves? Or would you want money raised in your death or coma or suicide to go toward your family or your kids if the money's raised? They're not going to tell you that just any person can raise money on you passing by lying to people. So anyway, what was shown was Molly lied about Latisha changing her phone number, or at least she implied that Latisha changed her phone number, and that's why Molly couldn't contact her. It's why Molly's not coming on. It's why Latisha's not coming on Molly's show. It's why Molly can't reach out to Latisha and ask about the money. And people today jumped on Molly's panel and asked about the Latisha fundraiser, and all she did was kick them off and lie to them. I played that clip too. So this whole time, Molly could have texted Latisha, called Latisha on the phone while she was live, and just put it on speaker and asked her about the money. She could have done that. So she's not only exposed that she's protecting Latisha, she's not only exposed that Latisha, WYNETT, and Molly are working together, which, if you weren't paying attention for a long period of time, WYNETT and Latisha are supposed to hate each other. So why are they working together when it relates to making money off of what Molly's doing with Marvon? Well, the answer to that question is extremely obvious, because, again, if Molly says that the reason that she can't get you answers about your money is because she's not talking to Latisha, and you find out that she's talking to Latisha and she has been the whole time, I think that shows that Molly is lying because she's trying to protect her and she wants to protect the truth about that money. So I will now update my opinion, because days ago when we brought this story up, maybe it was because I think Molly covered it or something, I forget, but I said that I was X percentage. I don't know if I said it was like 70% or 80% or 75%, that Molly, Latisha, and the rest of them were working together and most likely profited from the fundraiser, as in they shared the money. Because I said, why would they dox to protect the money? Why would her and Justin and Latisha all sit on a stream and siphon the money? Like, why aren't they objecting? Why aren't they saying this is illegal? This is wrong. I won't be part of this. I don't want my channel to be exposed doing this. You know, why would they take a hit instead of just leaving, or instead of not participating unless they're involved, right? That's all of our questions with that have been answered with this. And I'm going to up my percentage to 100%. I'm 100% now that even though I don't know how much was shared, I don't know why, I don't know the extent, because there's no way to know. I'm 100% that the reason we've been lied to about the relationship between WYNETT, Molly, and Latisha is because of the one thing that WYNETT, Molly, and Latisha did, which was fundraise on Marvon's suicide. So I guess we'll talk about what your opinion is later. Oh, this is getting more than good, Keith. Molly just made a big boo-boo. Because this is what happens when you do this stuff. You get so many lies going that you can't track it. Right? In Molly's mind, you know, a text message popping up can't show anything. You know, even if Latisha or even if WYNETT says, thanks, Ms. Molly, and shows, like, it shows that WYNETT is literally sitting there talking to Molly and Latisha right now, today. Latisha has a phone, and that phone rung, it dinged, and because if the phone wasn't on or if it wasn't connected, she wouldn't be able to be inside that chat. It would have like kicked her from it, or it would like show a return, cannot deliver to Latisha, cannot deliver to this number when the messages went through. Because that didn't happen when the message went through, it shows that Latisha's number is active in Molly's phone. She has an active phone number for Latisha. All of this is true. She does. So Latisha's sitting somewhere and she sees WYNETT and Molly talking on an active phone. And she doesn't leave the group if she's not talking to them or working with them. And, you know, anyone that's going to sit and say that this isn't proof, if this was proof about Dre, they would believe it. That's the truth. Anyone that's going to sit and say that this isn't a massive thing, it's like if this would have came out about Dre, everyone on that side would have believed it. They would believe it even if it wasn't this serious. But this is really serious. You know, I liken it to saying, I didn't steal money from you because of my alibi, right? I said this earlier. I have an alibi. I didn't steal your money because I have an alibi. What's your alibi? I was playing tennis all the way across town. That's why I didn't steal your money. Well, a week later, you find out, no, I was actually hiding upstairs in the house where the money disappeared. I wasn't playing tennis over there. Is that not enough to show that I stole the money? It is enough. Because if you lie to the cops and you give them an alibi and it's not true, they're hauling your ass in. They're going to charge you. And Molly just gave us an alibi for why we should believe that she's just a YouTuber interviewing these two people, and her alibi just blew up in her face today. A Moab, a nuclear fire. It's over for Molly and Latisha and WYNETT and Justin and the rest of them. They are working together. They are a tight-knit group. They are friends. They are friends connected by the one thing we know that's connected them, making money off of that suicide, the fundraiser. And what happened with that fundraiser again? Oh, yeah. All of them have been defending the fact that Latisha ran with the money. After Latisha ran with the money, they still support her. They still sit and defend her. And everybody's like, dude, you realize how guilty this makes you look? Oh, yeah, well, fuck you if you think it makes us look guilty. Okay, fine. Okay, you want to make the argument that it doesn't make you look guilty to defend her this whole time? Fine. But now that we know that you're sitting there talking to her and that you've been lying to us about it, yeah, now we know. Now we know. The truth is out. And this whole thing has been a setup the whole damn time. No, these aren't strangers. These aren't strangers. These are people that intensely work together and intensely communicate way more than we'd think, or else they wouldn't be hiding it and lying about it.
Yep.
Do you have any differing sense of opinion, Navy? And I mean it. Tell me if you do.
I don't, and I think all you have to do to understand the motivation of what they're doing is look at their dear friend, House of Williams.
Yeah.
Look at what she does 1,000 times the stream, right? What does she do? She e-begs for subs, for money, and that's it. The only reason she does what she does is for money. Like, the majority of it is for money, right? And the notoriety.
What the hell?
And look at who they associate themselves with.
What is that,
now
Janie?
You know why. Oh, no. What did Jane drop?
So Molly had bought a $200 gift card. Or she got it or had it sent to her or something. And in her stream, she noticed that her mirror was showing the $200 gift card. So Molly notices it and goes, oh! Okay, she notices it and she's like, oh my God. So she takes her makeup pen and makes this sneaky look on her face while she tips the mirror back so that you can't see the card. And here's the weird thing. That card, that $200 card, you can't see any numbers or anything. So there's no danger in it being there. Nobody can steal it or anything like that. Why is she trying to hide that card from the audience? I wonder if she bought that card. Huh. What is that card for?
I wonder. If you're going to buy a card like that and try to be maybe anonymous with something. Because that's kind of why you get those cards, right? Like, you know, like you give cards to family members and things like that for, you know, the holidays, right?
On this, oh, you can't see the screen. Here it is. Here's why she has the card. This is why she has the card right here. Look. Patreon sent her a $50 DoorDash and a $200 Southwest Airlines card.
Ooh. Wow.
Well, I'm telling you, Molly left it on her desk, noticed that it was in her mirror, went, oh, and then took her pen and sneakily moved her mirror so that you couldn't see it. Like, it's in her stream if you want to find it. She is so sneaky, dude. Look at her. Look at her. These patrons are being milked, and I love it. Because you know, one day, they're either going to get, Molly's going to attack them, she's going to turn on them, she's going to stab them in the back, and she's going to dox them, whatever, and she's not going to give any of this back. No, you're not getting none of this back. It's all staying in Molly's hand. I would say you need to send her a $1,000 card. Why only $250? Come on, you can trust her.
Sunshine for You says YouTube has cut back on what they pay, so she's getting paid in gift cards? ?
I'm not sure, but my CPM is up. CPM is ad revenue. It's your like something per 1,000 clicks. Now Molly, who knows? Because Molly is very vile. Like she could be getting worse ads than me because I have a good reputation with YouTube, so I might get better ads. It could be, but so it could be possible that YouTube is paying less and Molly is getting less. Molly definitely is making less money. It's why she's doing this pump and dumps bullshit with her super chats and members. She's doing all of that because she needs members and she needs super chats, and she's mad that look. You don't need to do that during a DRE stream, right? Well, you're doing a DRE stream. It's supposed to be the biggest streams you have. Like me doing any stream, right? Do I need to do any dumb shit like that? No, I don't need to. If I don't make a dono, who cares? I don't make a dono. I'll just share my link the next stream and hope I make a dono. But Molly, on the other hand, something weird's going on. Now, she did go on her tirade that she deleted where she said, I am going to have to do what Justin is doing and quit YouTube. If I'm not making at least this amount of money, then I don't need to be doing YouTube. And of course, the implication is that she's making less than that amount of money. I think it was like 10,000 or something. But she's including Patreon, she's including YouTube, she's including all of her donations. So, you know, Molly's making money. She's just not making the money that Molly needs to make. Because Molly has other options. Molly has other options to make money. She can go to Vegas and she can run around and steal money from people that work there. And they make a lot of money. She gets to steal a lot of money if she steals that money from those people.
Honest hardcore, yeah, honest workers, yeah.
Well, there's another thing Molly used to do. There's another TV show that Molly appeared in. You ever heard about that?
What?
Yeah.
Where she was maybe, you know,
a call girl.
And I will say this in the most southern way possible, a woman of ill repute.
Yes, she was a call girl, and it was a show that documented Vegas call girls. Vegas, you know. Now, Molly says that wasn't a reality show. That wasn't true. I was acting. But she's never acted before. In every show she's gone on, Wife Swap, she played herself with her family. So why are we supposed to believe that this other show you got, now that show claims to be real, It claims to take real working women and, you know, document one night of their work or whatever. Molly's in it. She admits she's in it, but she said that it was an act. So I'm giving you her side. I always give both sides. Do I believe Molly? I do not. I think that, you know, Molly, I think that she says, I have to make a certain amount on YouTube because obviously whatever it is she's saying she's doing, I'm not saying she's doing that, but whatever it is she says she's doing, she could make X amount of money. So if YouTube doesn't pull this, why am I going to do YouTube is what I think she's saying, but who knows?
She had a stream where she was complaining about.
It wasn't a show about escorts. It was about living a secret life. But yes, that was her secret life, though. So, you know, I was just, you know, summarizing what Molly was on for. I wasn't talking about the show in general. But yes, you're right. You know more about it than I do. Yeah. Wives of West Point grads now that make bank with their heels in the air. And who knows what Molly did? Maybe she was acting. I don't know. I don't care, you know? Like, I don't think Molly should be ashamed of whatever she chooses to do. Obviously she is. She feels that she must present an alternate excuse for what she does, right? If you're going to do something, own it.
Right, and that woman couldn't act her way out of a paper bag. So...
That's a good point. She is a bad actress. Anyway, here's the
thing.
thing.
I want to play poker with her because her like tell face is so easy.
Oh, you'd win every time. We're gonna react. We're gonna finish reacting to Dre's video, and of course, with the drama dying down and everything kind of flattening out, it'll be a lot easier to tomorrow or the next day, whenever we go live again. Though I do want to react to the worst, at least. The worst of Molly's reactions to Dre. So I might just clip it down, do a little bit of editing. You know what I should do? I should edit a cut where I take Molly's reactions to what Dre is doing and just do an entire cut of Molly's reactions so that we can get through it pretty quickly. Something like that. Great. We'll do something like that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that way it'll make it fast and to the point, because what I want to do with my live streams, I know you guys want to watch other streams. I know you don't want to just sit and watch me. I'm going to bore you if you keep watching me like that. I want you to watch other people's stuff. I want you to come here if you like what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to do shorter streams, and I'm going to try to do it more to the point. I apologize for the long streams, but there's a lot going on. Kelly says she is priming. Yeah, she was priming her audience. Definitely priming her audience. Definitely having personal conversations with Latisha and WYNETT.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I think that it was maybe an enticement for her audience to see that she has this gift card for a flight somewhere. And so maybe she's trying to maybe she's trying to imply that she's going somewhere else and going to go cause more fucking bullshit.
I think she's already told people she's going some. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, we'll talk about that later. So one more time. You're gonna lie and say that WYNETT hates Latisha. And you're gonna lie and say that you can't call Latisha and interview her about where the money is because she changed her phone number and you're not talking to her. Don't get pissed when we believe that you're all working together when we find out you lied about all of it. Alright, paypal.me/UNIROCK, _UNIROCK, or _UNIRACHEL on Cash App. Like and subscribe to this channel and UNIROCK 2, and we'll be back. Thank you. Tomorrow, we'll sit down and talk to Nick and whoever else, Spackle, whoever wants to come on.